Alright, here we go. We are live in game number 1. I'm really hyped. This will be a really glorious best of 5. We have Major Kusanagi as Soviets with airborne troops, Lend-Lease, and Guard motor coordination tactics. What does CN field?
Well, CN currently is fielding the Austere, which brings in the Jaeger Infantry Doctrine, which we brought before. Very strong doctrine. Blitzkrieg Doctrine as well, very good with that air support. And the Assault Support Doctrine, excellent for a strafing support and a Tiger Tank possibility here. But going with a more standard build order, we have Pioneers, MG42, and now a Grenadier squad flowing onto the field of battle. And that battlefield is Crossroads. Everyone's favorite map, right, Olvadi?
Yeah, the map which we always have the long drag out fights, which will take 1 hour because you're literally going for the slugfest in the middle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for an hour of fighting. Because that
might happen. Well, I can understand why people like it. Because, well, it's a fair map, right? And map which is really fair and can be really dragged out gives a lot of comeback mechanics, right? Getting finished off is rather hard, so if you're a little bit on the back foot, you can easily come back easily. But on the other hand, if you want to win fast with brute force, it's getting a little bit harder there. It will be not that easy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have a really aggressive CN again. But that's what I really love so far in the tournament. CN is such an aggressive Austere player. With the current meta, everyone plays Austere so defensively, plays in his side, gets double MG, double AT gun, and then turtle up and relax, you know? Is not showing really any signs of aggressive plays. Meanwhile, CN is playing aggressive from the first minute, pushing towards the enemy few with the MG and support, now switching side there. I really love watching CN play.
I love CN as well right now because you can see the Pioneer squad. You're like, well, that Pioneer can't fight any of the entry on left. It's not supposed to. He's going in for the decap so that way the fuel doesn't be brought in. So MajorKusaetNogi is still low. Meanwhile, he's securing his own fuel and trying to keep the conscripts back from going after his decap point.
Yeah. But the MG is now a little bit out of position. Double engineers coming in. Not the biggest threat. But for an unsupportive MG, it can cause some issues there.
Yep. Even a small engineer squad can do damage to an MG. We can see here it's already down to a quarter of its health. Luckily, no models lost. And the engineer squad has been up to the flamethrower, but it can't get close enough to use it, as the MG will suppress it immediately. Right now, taking refuge behind some heavy cover.
Yeah. Probably one of the worst moments to prop the flamer. But MG now repositioning. The conscript is coming in as a support unit. Second Grenadier as well. Grenadier has to go home, but should be fine. Flamer Pioneer now exploiting the gap. We have early Molotovs being tagged by Major Kusanagi. That's interesting. And CN is wiped off the field.
Yeah, he's effectively pushed back. MG on the retreat. Grenadier squad trying to hold with that flamethrower. He has no chance. And there goes all his men.
Really well played there. Like, finding the gaps. I was not expecting that will happen. But Major Kusanagi was actually able to find the gaps to get his units close in. And CN repositioning this MG42 was kinda not being helpful, giving the Flamer Engineer time to push in more deeply.
No, not at all. And again, luckily CreativeName does have a little bit of luck on his side. Right now he has Grenadier squads down south grabbing territory. But Major Kusanagi doing the same thing CreativeName is, going in for the cutoff. Try to stop all those resources in the south. Pioneers and Grenadiers trying to stop him.
Look how low the Pioneer though is from CN. Has to go home and heal up.
Yes! Nice job. CreativeName gets on the point just fast enough to make sure he doesn't get decapped, keeping all those resources under his control while he pushes up north with his MG double Grenadier combo.
And with Major Kusanagi has picked Guard motor coordination tactics. Probably the one doctrine which was always useful.
Oh, yes.
Like, from the release of the game, you always saw Guard motor being, at some degree, being useful.
But you know why it's even more useful now? The beautiful 120mm mortars heavy barrage. That thing is so powerful versus support equipment.
Yeah, I think it's one of the underutilized units for 1 versus 1. It's expensive, that's true, but especially on a map which you have later on really static fights, having an indirect fire unit which has a heavy punch, but also is really popcap efficient, right? The problem with the Katyusha, for example, is it has 12 popcap, but it's 12 popcap which can't be used all the time. You know, you have to wait for the cooldown, and then you have to be lucky to get a decent salvo off. But the mortar pumps out damage constantly, and it misses. It's not the end of the world.
No, not at all. Also the Katyusha could easily be knocked out by just one armor shot, whereas it's very difficult to actually kill 120, just because of the fact that it can survive down to one model.
Yeah. MG42 a little bit out of position with 2 models. I'm not the biggest fan of the end positioning there, risking to lose the MG there.
No, I'm assuming he was trying to do that just to... He was trying to be very aggressive and be like, I'll be fine. Conscript's like, oh, we're going to exploit this. Luckily, he does have Grenadiers coming in to stop, but Ura... Wait. No, he's running away with that Ura. Yep.
We have 2-2 on the field, and the 2-2 will definitely cause some problems there for CN, for MajorKusaetNogi.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an AT gun pop out shortly. Oh! Okay, never mind.
A guard. Well, guards can deal with the 2-2 definitely. The BTRs are really potent.
Yep. But we know for a fact the conscripts can easily chuck a grenade its way.
Yeah.
The only problem is he doesn't have too many munitions, so he can't oorah and throw it. He has to save up for another minute or two. Meanwhile, all those Grenadiers are pushing on in against the left fuel and Star with the 222 trying to break down that cover. Also a really good source of trying to move the conscript's cover wall.
Yeah, getting rid of conscript cover is really important, because running against the wall of conscripts in green cover, it's not the most thing to do. You can't trade off there well. MajorKusaetNogi over enjoying their stay there, retreating once the VP is kept with only 2 models. But
maybe that was a trap. Because the guard troops popped in. I wonder if he was like, yeah, chase my really low conscript squad. You definitely can kill it. Guard troops comes out with DPs. Let's fight.
Yeah.
But no, right now, Grenadiers have slowly been upgraded with 2 MG42s. Like I said, the guards have DPs. And right now, MajorKusaetNogi stopped a decap of his territory and is now trying to mine up his sector.
Yeah, by the way, double fuel running for MajorKusaetNogi. Always something nice to have.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you have the ability to bring out T-34-85s. Like, even, like, usually, and I could be wrong with this assessment, but usually a austere player will be like, okay, rush for the Panzer IV, and we'll use that Panzer IV to harass and hopefully bring down the enemy to win the game, right? Especially in a 1v1.
Yeah.
Maybe if things get hairy, we'll bring out, you know, Panther, Tiger, whatever. In this situation, you have to change it because that 85 literally counteracts the Panzer IV.
Yeah, you have to play way more defensive. Normally, the P4 arrives and opens up you a little bit more of an aggressive play to negate the pressure you received earlier from the T70. With the P4, then you can kind of reverse that. You know, you can play on the flanks and everything, which you couldn't do beforehand. But with the 85, it's not like that anymore. Because then the P4 is again really relying on the AT guns not to get overrun there. Because the 85 will win against the P4. Especially with marked target as an option. The damage boost is definitely something to be aware of.
You know, what's fascinating about this game is you mentioned in the beginning, like, CreativeName is such an aggressive player. But we've seen the complete opposite. MajorKusaetNogi's just been on point. Every time that CreativeName tries to be extremely aggressive or push forward, the conscripts just come from the flank and move on in.
Yeah, I think that being really aggressive on such a large map like Crossroads is really hard for Austria. Since you always leave then gaps open, which can be easily be exploited by Soviets, because they're way more mobile, right? Like conscripts, they're not that much relying on an MG support as the non-upgraded Grants do.
Yeah, which is
by the way, on the way.
Yep, no, and already CreativeName has a counter being the Pac 40 being deployed. So Wait, are we gonna see a pick of these Grenadiers?
Ooh, Grenadier's really low. We are going to see a retreat nade from MajorKusaetNogi. Nope. Grenadier really low, but should be fine. Oh, might be close one. Grenadier. Conscript not getting off the finishing blow there.
No, not at all, unfortunately. But again, it was a good attempt. But as we can see right now, it's kind of an even fight. Even though CreativeName right now has slightly more manpower on the field.
Yeah, for Grenadier is definitely to be something to be aware of.
Yeah, and he's again slowly upping them with those MG42s. And the more he does that, the more combat effective they're going to be, especially against conscripts. Not necessarily against
There's a
the
little bit of
guards.
buffing issues there. But the first AT gun shot missed and saved the day there for MajorKusaetNogi.
That might have hit, but conscripts immediately move in to intercept that pack, putting some shots in, pushing it back. MG42 repositions to keep the conscripts away and the guard troops. But I think CreativeName might have an issue because those guard troops could go for the decap again. That's exactly where it looks like he's headed.
Yeah, but CN meanwhile is going for the fuel of MajorKusaetNogi, who will sweep mines the classical way by stepping onto them.
Of course.
Ooh,
There's a
a little bit
minefield.
overconfident. Getting button. That might be a dead 2-2-2. We have CN picking Blitzkrieg. He's pushing now. Going for smoke. Nicely well micro there from CN, saving his 2-2-2 there.
Yep. For those who are in the chat currently watching, be like, why would he do that? Why would you run into it? Shrek teams, PTRS rifles, bazooka teams, if you run the unit into it, especially close range, the unit can't fire. It needs to like take a step back in order to get a good shot on target. So it gives you a small window where you can kill the unit.
Yep. Basically all handheld AT has to be fired while standing still, and if you run into them, you push them around. Therefore, they can't fire their handheld AT.
Yes. Very important, especially when you're like, I can kill this unit. I can take that risk. But right now, the risk seems to be worth it. 2-2 back up after getting some quick heals. And right now, CreativeName is in a good position to upgrade the Battle Phase 2. Though, again, his fuel situation needs to be addressed. Conscripts behind heavy cover. Holding firm. T-70 coming in to relieve the siege.
Yeah. Mortar on the field from CN. A unit that you don't see that often. Ostem mortar in 1 versus 1. I like it. We have the big mortar on the field as well. Oh man, I'm already liking the game. We have an off-meta pick from CN. Or not an off-meta pick, but an unusual pick for this tournament. Blitzkrieg has been picked. Which is a really nice dog, but which gets sadly at the moment a little bit outshined by Jäger Infantry in my opinion. So it's nice to see it. And we have Vega, Moto, which is also not of the like, it's an A-tier doctrine, but at the moment not an S-tier doctrine. So nice to see the battle of the A-tier doctrines, I would say.
Yes. No, it's God. We're not seeing like the most overused and most picked. Yeah. This one, oh, nice mine hit on the
With the
2-2-2.
mine, but 70 Byte coming in to finish it off. Nothing there really to stop him from the job. AT gun is still on the other side. One more shot is needed. Will it to the T70 commit? AT gun is setting up. No.
The pack gun returned fire, and he's firing through the bush.
Yeah. That's one of the things which I actually like a lot about Crossroads, are those hedgerows, which are only side blockers and not shot blockers. If you have enough micro, you can easily shoot through them.
Oh my God, those engineer squads hit one of them in the face, and it's like, nope, it's an AT gun shot. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I don't care about AT gun shells. Those AT shells don't hurt humans.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually fun fact, Olvadi. I'm actually gonna there's a tank range that actually fires AT guns well. I'm gonna be like, hey, I want to show in the game that if you fire an AT shot at a person, that you survive. So I'm just going at the end of the field. I'm gonna set that up. Hopefully everything goes well.
Just American things, right?
Yep. Oh wait, pack gun, very low, but does get another shot at T70.
70 has to fall back. The shot goes into the ground.
Unfortunate. Neither side's able to complete that objective and kill the other
120
unit.
milliliter water nearly wiped the Grady on retreat there.
Gotta watch
There's
out
nothing
for
more
that.
frustrating than losing your squad on retreat to a mortar.
Absolutely.
Really frustrating. Meanwhile, CN is trying to deny a little bit of fuel there, but Conscript is already coming in, T70 as well.
Yep. Right now, wait, has MajorKusaetNogi or... Okay, so CreativeName has upgraded Battle Phase 2, but MajorKusaetNogi has not upgraded his Tier 4 base yet.
Yeah. Lacks a little bit manpower for that still. 280 since the last patch.
Yeah.
But 40 more power more expensive.
I also bring that up because if he gets that, he can up his conscripts to 7-man squads, and that could really help him combat a lot of these grenadiers.
Yeah, it's something really important. Upgrade. Oh, MajorKusaetNogi has to be careful though in the middle. Might lose his conscript in the building when is a little bit longer there against the shelling.
CreativeName does lose some men to some mines on the left-hand side. Guard troops trying to finish them off while an MG42 tries to protect them on the retreat.
Not gonna lie, MajorKusaetNogi's mining is on point. He already inflicted so much manpower damage to CN there. Oh, conscript really low though. MG42 also really low. But both get away. Tier 4 by the way coming up for MajorKusaetNogi.
Excellent.
And CN is bleeding a lot of manpower. He's not close to his P4. Like fuel-wise he's fine, but doesn't have the manpower for it.
No, right now he's just taking a lot of hits. The 120, the T70, just even the guards and conscripts have been performing really, really well.
Yeah.
And again, it's been a lot of fights, but if you keep attritioning and the enemy can just make sure that you just can't get those resources to get whatever you need next, you might be able to have access to it, but that doesn't mean you can deploy it, and that can keep the other person ahead.
Manpower economy is something that's really overlooked by a lot of players, but it doesn't matter how much fuel you have. If you don't have manpower, you can't afford the units.
Yep. Pax opening fire on T70 gets a direct hit, while T70 hiding behind the house.
Meanwhile, we have a small skirmish going on the fuel side on the left. A Molotov has been thrown by MajorKusaetNogi, but got dodged by CN.
Yeah, and actually, funny enough, like I mentioned before, all 3 conscript squads now have 7-man squads, or the upgrade at least.
Yeah. But CN was able to fend off the conscript, so won't lose control over his viewpoint.
222 trying to finish off that conscript on the retreat. Unable to, but T70 moving in to intercept.
Yeah, 120mm also wants to hit the 222. If it hits, it actually does a lot of damage against light vehicles.
Yes, yes.
it happens rarely, but it happens. I lost once actually by flak half strike from OKW against the 120mm mortar. I was reversing back and then RNG took over the wheel and killed it. And that was a bit pretty bad.
Yeah, you're just like, what the hell? How that? What? It was retreating. There was no pack gun. How did it die?
Yeah. Oh.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I do know what's going to happen right now. We're about to see certain death for a lot of German units as a T-34-85 makes its way onto the field of battle.
Yeah, Tier 3 only no coming up. Yeah, there's a lot of fuel in the bank, but sadly not enough manpower to get this P4 out in time. That will cause some big issues there for CN. The 85 will definitely be a threat to be look out for him.
Yep. I thought CreativeName was saving up maybe to go Battle Phase 3, but nope. Going Tier 3, Sport Armor Corps is being made right now.
Oh, 80 gun is out of position. 85 is pushing. Oh, that might be a game-changing moment. CN is sacrificing his 2-2 to block it.
And the mortar is running up.
Oh boy, that might be the GG moment. 2-2 will go down as well. CN is completely open there. Nothing to stop the 85.
Everything's bouncing off. Grenadiers moving on in. We also have the other Grenadiers just
Oh,
way out
one
of
grenadier
position.
get wiped and dropped the MG42 on the cutoff there for the fuel point. Oh, that went really really fast.
Pack gun being killed by the 85 as we speak. Now CreativeName's in a tough position. How do you deal with the 85 without a pack gun? Is the answer Panzer IV.
Panzer IV has a tough battle ahead of him.
But you know what? It is possible. And chat, let me explain why. You got super close air support, and right now CreativeName has will have the ability in just a moment to attack the T-3045 and call in that air support. If they both hit,
25 more ammo expensive.
Yeah. So, oh wait, no, he's upgrading something else. But I was gonna say, if he calls in the planes and uses the Panzer IV and gets lucky, he could kill it. But again, it would be really lucky.
Well, MajorKusaetNogi doesn't have an AT gun, so he's not fall-proof there. Tien can make something happen there.
No, he absolutely can.
He doesn't have a foolproof net there with his second line AT gun.
It is pretty solid though with his infantry killers as the T-70 currently pounds the Grenadiers trying to push on in on the left-hand side.
P4 now hits the field and then P4 has to do some heavy lifting there. MajorKusaetNogi having though a 41 fuel income and 67 ammo income. Using mark target right away on the P4. 85 coming in, nothing is there to save the P4 though.
Oh,
no. 118 they bounced, or deflected rather. P4 getting really low. I think CN was a little bit overconfident there. Or desperate, hard to tell.
MajorKusaetNogi is like, I'm sorry, you have no AT or anything. I'm going right through this bluff of yours. Oh, 222 in harm's way now. 85 can finish it off.
85 will go in.
There are a
2
lot
gets
of
picked off. P4 is really out of position still. And mark target. Mark target still running for 17 seconds. One more shot. Smoke has been used, but wonderful second round there. Second 85 of the way from MajorKusaetNogi. I don't see any chance for CN to come back into this game. And he drops.
Well, there goes your hour-long game estimate.
Yeah.
But no, solid work. Again, MajorKusaetNogi just biding his time. As soon as he gets to 85, he's like, I'm going for his throat. And it was a perfect play on his part.
Yeah, it was just wonderful. Just wonderful. Like, CN did one mistake. In the whole game, I would say he did only one mistake with the AT gun being not in the right position when the 85 hit.
Yeah, but again,
and that was game changing. And like how well MajorKusaetNogi just have the game sense and was feeling where to push. It's amazing. That's why we watch KO2, right? For those amazing pushes.
Yeah, for that one moment where the commander's like, I got this, and just goes in and absolutely collapses the enemy army. So if we're looking at this right now overall, at the two different players, MajorKusaetNogi as a Soviet player actually got a positive KD. Just pointing that out.
That already tells the story when Austria has a negative KD and Soviet has a positive one. That really tells the tale that the Austria game didn't went that well.
No, not nearly as well. Yeah.
Normally, Soviets really buy their victory with bodies.
Yep. But still, overall, both sides got generally about, with frontline troops, most kills. I think it was more support weapons, and specifically the armor. The T-70 really was getting great blocks and kills left and right.
Yeah.
Awesome game one. I guess we'll have to see if CreativeName is able to come back in game two.
We are live in game number 2. On Crossroads again, we have this time something unusual, I would say. We have CN picking USF with Rifle Company, Airborne Company, and Heavy Cavalry. What does MajorKusaetNogi feel? And is there a surprise awaiting for us?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, MajorKusaetNogi is bringing out possibly Grand Offensive, Firestorm Doctrine, and/or Overwatch Doctrine. As the OKW is going most likely with a heavy infantry build at the beginning, and we already know because of the Volk Squad and Sturm pick that maybe, just maybe, a Panzerfusilier push in the beginning is unlikely, which would rule out Grand Offensive. Although maybe leaves the door open for Firestorm or Overwatch. More. Speaking of an initial push, Storm Pioneers is immediately trying to engage Rear Echelon and just try to force it back to wait for more Riflemen. That gives Storm Pioneers a little more time to capture territory on the right while they wait for Volk Squads.
Really aggressive opening from MajorKusaetNogi. Both squads getting committed right away on the side from CN.
No,
By the way,
absolutely.
CN picking Rifle Company.
Solid
The
choice.
Easy 8 is really strong since the buff there. I think it's one of the go-to doctrines for USF.
Yes, the Easy 8's pretty good. The last time I cast with GB, we kept making fun of the M4C, was it the M4C Sherman? No, it was the 76 millimeter Sherman. Because it kept bouncing. We're like, man, I don't remember this thing being like this, but I want to say like 9 out of 10 shots it was bouncing that game. But the Easy 8 comes in next game, was doing just fine, so I'm glad to see it. But no, again, more Volk squads and Riflemen being deployed on both sides. We have small engagements on like the far left with the Volk squad trying to build
huge
cover.
Push from CN on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Well, it started as a huge push and then it stopped.
Well, as long as you contain the enemy, that's like a huge viable option. You keep them contained, try to push them back.
Yeah, MajorKusaetNogi retreating in the middle, got into a close range engagement against Rifle, which are not the ideal range for Volks Grenadiers.
No, let's see. Not the preferable engagement, but one that so far has been working out. Right now, we got Volk squads in buying cover. They're trying to protect their VP, but again, there's no additional territory for them to cut off. It doesn't look like it's going well for the Rifleman.
Rifleman has to go home, but we have a flamer upgrade on the Reacalons. What is this? Are we seeing Soviets?
Well, you know, you gotta deal with the Sturm Pioneer somehow. Rear Echelon's already one of the weaker units in the game. Give them a flamethrower, help boost up their combat experience.
Pretend to do some damage then.
Capture point is being overrun.
I like it. I like it. And how it looks like, we might see the battle of the flamethrower units or the Western Front armies. MajorKusaetNogi picking Firestorm.
Ground's ours. Now spread out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
be-
Fire beats fire. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
for fire.
We have a lieutenant.
And
reporting
since
in
the
for
buff of the Firestorm Doctrine, or the passive buff, where you can have Flamethrower and Sweeper, which those are not anymore exclusively to each other, it's even more likely to see it. And Storm Pioneer with Flamethrower is such an amazing unit.
Oh no, absolutely.
Mows down the allies like nobody else. Like the high DPS from the STGs, and then the Flamethrower, which takes away all your health.
No,
It's
it
not
can.
fun to play
No,
against.
Riflemen can pick off the models where their echelon burn their health. But right now we're in a situation where it looks like, and I could be wrong here, even though with that flamethrower and Rifleman they are making some headway, the Sturm Pioneers coming on in will drive their echelon back and keep the Riflemen on the defensive.
Yeah, but the Serpent can't really push because of the red cover there, risking to lose a lot of manpower. By the way, Lieutenant on the field from CN.
HMG
We have a
squad.
50 cal on the field
Capture point
as
is
well.
under attack.
We have an attack on the... Oh, MajorKusaetNogi is going for tier 2. That's something unusual, I would say. Normally you see all the way tier 1.
The enemy is overrunning one
Yeah.
of our capture
That
points.
will be interesting.
No, again, right now, CreativeName going with a, going with possibly, definitely getting a 50 cal, but possibly getting himself Stewart out sooner rather than later, which could be a real bane for MajorKusaetNogi.
Well, MajorKusaetNogi could get the Puma then, right?
That's what I'm thinking is with what you said is if he's going mechanized, Puma is a high likelihood and a decent unit though Stewart can turn the tide with a shell shock or some good infantry support.
Yeah, the Stuart is not defenseless against the Puma, like with Shell Shock, I think the ability is called. It can run. But raw damage-wise, the Puma will win.
Oh, absolutely. But we're seeing a lot, again, both these players are the top of their game in terms of TOTU competitive nature. So if either player can come up with a strategy to take down a Puma, they probably already have like 5 ways to do it already thought of.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, this is what I got, this is how we're taking it down.
Yeah,
Right?
but it will be interesting. I like Puma gameplay.
Oh,
It's
no,
always
it's a
a nice
solid unit.
display of micro, how well a player can micro. It always shows off with Puma. Will be interesting to see. Meanwhile, Stuart in the queue for CN. Slightly better map, fuel economy there. Having more map control during the game.
No, we definitely, MajorKusaetNogi is definitely having those issues. I don't think Major's been able to upgrade any of his... Oh, no, he has one MP40 upgrade for his Volk squad. But otherwise, he needs to start upgrading because unfortunately, CreativeName, I would say, is... As soon as the units retreat back to base, I wouldn't be surprised if they all come back with bars. He has 180 munitions in the tank. He can
But he did tag bars. I think he will go first for heal and then for bars. Because for bars you want to close in, right? And if you don't have 100% health, you drop way too many models before you're able to deal the damage. Yeah, here we go. Ambulance has been queued.
100% fair. Definitely want to make sure you can heal your stuff. Speaking of which, the Volk squad's going to need some heals after this. Stewart comes in, blasts the one in mid with a great shot.
Yeah, but the flamethrower against the building. Oh, look at the damage on the Volk's Grenadier. I think that's 200% bonus damage that the flamethrower gets against building.
Yeah, it's seriously a lot and perfect counter
It's
stuff.
a lot.
MG trying to help on out. Again, the 34 is a decent MG, but no armor-piercing rounds as of yet, so there's no counter to the Stewart.
We have the Puma in the queue.
It's like, all right, I need something now. Get the Puma. Meanwhile, Stewart's just backing on up, being like, all right, just push back the MG. Let me help kill these Volk.
Yeah.
Volk gets in the building, just try to hold on because the armor has a bit of a harder time killing it while in the building.
Yeah.
Pioneer's really trying to finish that mine, but the lieutenant's not letting him.
If the enemy saw the mine, is it really worth it to plant it? Mine's though a really good choice against Yen, since Yen doesn't have a reactor with Sweeper. He went for the flamethrower, which makes you really vulnerable against mines.
Now, one thing I hope CreativeName does, and especially because a lot of times when versing American players, a lot of players just like, oh, I don't have to worry about it, but I really hope he places mines. Wait, Storm Pioneer, very low. Oh.
Yeah, but it's away. Stuart might get snared. Nope, 50 kill into position. Puma now on the field, should get spotted by CN. Stuart a little bit out of position, but Shell Shock is on the way. Misses the first shot though. The next shot connects. 50 kill in a really good flanking position there.
Excellent job suppressing 2 units. Even buying cover doesn't work by the direction. And yeah, they're going to either have to retreat or the Puma's going to need to drop some smoke.
Bing! They're crawled perfectly out of line of sight there. Keep in mind the 50 cal does a good amount of damage against the Puma. It's something you don't want to stay in for too long.
No, especially when, you know, the 50 cal natively has armor-piercing rounds.
Yeah.
So far, CreativeName's been very hesitant to use his munitions.
We have now the Zook on the so-called lieutenant. Always, I mean, it's an old change, I think, but always, for me, still, the lieutenant has the bar.
Yeah.
I always weirdly also see the lieutenant with Zook and not with a bar.
I always expect to see a vehicle crew from a utility car have a bazooka team.
And it's also something just melted into my brain.
Oh no, it's just so many different abilities in Code 2 that units have. You're just like, wait, didn't he? Oh, right. That was like a couple years ago.
And we have here on the field for MajorKusaetNogi, the open blitz cargo truck, which, by the way, works similar to the, or it works 1-to-1, identical to the ambulance of USF. I think even has the same pop cap at the same cost.
Yeah. But again, I'm assuming try to heal in the front. Meanwhile, we have a weird choice by CreativeName, or maybe it's weird to me. We have a captain on the field,
Losing a capture point.
and
Definitely
now we have an
interesting.
M1. So it
Double
looks like,
officer, that's something you don't see that often because people consider it to be the weaker build order for USF.
I have to assume he's like, all right, Puma's on the field. I need support. We need to take it out. What do we do? Well, I know what we do. We'll lure it into an M1.
Well, it makes sense.
Supply line just got cut off.
Often people say double officer is really risky because you lose so much resources for just a single AT gun that you really fall behind in the attacking race, right? But since MajorKusaetNogi went for tier 2, which is already the more expensive OKW tech, and for Puma, which is also expensive for OKW standards, CN will be fine with the medium tank race there.
No, I think so
Actually,
too.
pretty smart there. Especially since look how close CN is getting the major out. Meanwhile, Kusaetnagi is not even close for taking up to tier 3.
No, not at all. And even then, I'm like, do you really want to play Panzer Headquarters without, you know, making sure you have the resources to immediately upgrade it?
Yeah, of course, you want to have the resources in the bank. Losing the Panzer Headquarters is really something you want to avoid at any cost. By the way, MajorKusaetNogi playing double MG34. And no
Interesting
racket.
choice.
So he doesn't feel enough pressure to get a racket to help out against the viewer. Puma is doing fine, I would say, but
M1's
Puma's
right there
more
being like, get
used
back.
of an infantry unit. Puma meet the AT gun there. MajorKusaetNogi knows they're okay. Captain was been tagged for an AT gun.
Oh, Reshlon's walk out right as he's about to capture it. Alright, that's a
Puma might
big
get the
blow.
shot in.
Take the shot.
Nope.
Unable to.
But Stuart has a field day there, just relaxing, getting some shots done. Puma can't really come in.
Yeah, almost vet 2 at this rate. Puma's up to vet 1, so it's also been very proficient in its killing efficiency. Volk Squad's trying to go after that M1 to kill it, but Stuart blocking them, forcing them back. But they do get a nice decap. And meanwhile, MajorKusaetNogi taking at least, it looks like a lead on the map with more victory points if it gets, as soon as he gets mid. And also with more capture points, bringing in more resources.
Yeah, at the moment running with a 32 fuel income. Keep in mind, Crossroads is one of the few maps where you have 2 more cap points than standard. The standard map has 10 cap points and Crossroads has 12. Meanwhile, the Stuart is a little bit out of position. Puma's going on the hunt. ATN also has to run, but MajorKusaetNogi is not committing.
No, he wasn't able to kill it. And I think he saw the infantry coming in from the side. He's like, if I push, if I miss, most likely what's going to happen, that unit is going to be snared and I can't risk it. Volk Squad, very low, does manage to get back. Meanwhile, we do have a small counterattack by CreativeName. Puma, for the most part, is doing fine, but he has to watch out for being snared, so he's going to back on up.
Puma might get snared.
Capture point is being overrun.
It's very close to.
No. But there's nothing to finish it off, so 25 ammo down the drain for nothing.
No, especially when CreativeName still has like close to 180 munitions. Again, in a very good spot. We can actually see him now. He's slowly upgrading his rifleman with bars.
Yeah,
But
definitely an upgrade needed to stay competitive against the Volks Grenadiers.
which have also upgraded. Again, good for them. All with SCG-44s. I thought one was upgrading with the MP40s, but I guess I was mistaken.
Yeah, MP40s are a really good upgrade, but not on this map, because MP40s really shine in close range. Due to the fact they get 10% damage reduction. Damage reduction or received accuracy? Received accuracy, sorry. 10% one Vox Grenadier will go down. Really sloppy for a MajorKusaetNogi, not retreating it on the VP on the left, right hand side.
I was just watching it out while you were talking. I'm like, he's gonna retreat, right? He'll
Yeah,
retreat.
I was also expecting him to retreat. That was such an obvious thing to do.
Oh, well,
But now
sometimes
the push comes in.
you know
Puma
what?
might
He
go down. AT can getting a shot in. Stuart not going for the chase. Ooh, that was
Very-
a close call there.
yeah, not just that. I'm watching the Volk squad barely live from the Rashlon's flamethrower. It's literally being held together by duct tape. That's what I can say about MajorKusaetNogi in general. I think why he was distracted, he was setting up his Panzer headquarters. But, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's on such a high level that should be a thing, man.
Alright, he does see the Rashlon come on in with the flamethrower. Immediately gets his MG out of there. Make sure he doesn't get hit.
Flamethrower jumping into the building. We have Major Tom on the field. Cien really close to a tank. Meanwhile, KusaetNogi is still far, far off from a P4.
Yep. We do have a Rekenwerfer though, so at least he has some form of AT, but we saw what happened last time. He's gonna really need to micro that well in order to make sure he doesn't fall for the same mistake CreativeName did, where one armor push.
One more Vox Grenadier went down.
Wait, what? Where?
I don't know, I just heard the audio cue for that. MajorKusaetNogi's army is falling apart. That's losses which he can't afford.
No, not all. He needs to start getting some kills on CreativeName, otherwise he's definitely going to be on the back foot. And he can't be until, because he needs that fuel.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Puma really low, has to run. Major Tom has to go home. Doesn't want to pick a fight. That's something you didn't expect when someone said he will be transferred to the front line, Kappa.
Yeah. So another major mistake, Volk squad threw a flame grenade into the building. The infantry in the building retreated, but then he threw his MG in the building. So his MG
And he
started...
took a little bit of health damage there.
Yeah.
That's really easy to be avoided. Easy 8 on the way. And I really want to see what MajorKusaetNogi does against those.
He's going to need to do something major. I mean, like, here's the thing. The Puma has a great secondary piercing shot, right? So if the aim shot is good enough to maybe penetrate the armor, do it special with the Rekenwerfer, a couple of fouls, maybe he can take down the armor. But
Yeah.
it's going to be a... But that's also saying that CreativeName is going to make a mistake. And very rarely this game has he made anything close.
Yeah, by the way, I liked your pun. MajorKusaetNogi has to make some MajorKusaetNogi has to make something major happen there.
Yep. Yep.
Always a big fan of puns. We have Obersoldaten on the field, getting upgraded right away.
Support is here. Sherman ready.
Oh no, and yeah, here comes the easy 8.
By the way, since the last patch, you can either get Tank Commander or the 50 cal on the easy 8.
Hey,
Not
works
sure
on.
which is like the better upgrade or is it situational. You don't see
Yeah.
that unit that often, so he's going for the 50 cal.
Yeah, I think it was the infantry killer. Alright. Again, Volk squad just having a rough time, but I mean, he does have Obersoldaten squads now, so he has something to fight off the heavier infantry. But again, that's a huge manpower drain for him.
Yeah, and he lost 2 Vox Grenadiers earlier as well. By the way, Flame on the Stern Pioneers.
Oh, okay. So he finally got that upgraded to fight off the Echelon squads.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to see that building on fire now as it's smoking.
Yeah. Puma going on the hunting trip there, gets the easy A, gets one shot in and falls back, not getting a shot in return. That's nice to see. I think MajorKusaetNogi can recover from it. Once the Obersoldaten hit higher veterancy levels, they really outscales USF. But for that, is allowed to lose them.
He's trying to pick off the M1 with the Obersoldaten squad, but it does manage to escape with just 2 models
Ooh,
left.
Puma on the hunting mission against the easy 8.
But AT grenade against it.
No, no AT date.
Oh,
CN was not fast enough there. once the Puma hits veterancy 3, it gets this damage buff, and then it gets really, really dangerous for medium tanks. Like, the magical threshold for the Puma is Vet 3,
There it goes.
and now it really gets the damage buff against against armor.
Well, again, he needs it. He needs something in order to take down not only the Stewart, which is also Vet 3, and also just driving like crazy across the map. But
Yeah.
oh, that easy 8.
Great micro so far from the Puma. I really like it.
Solid work, and Puma, you know, getting some good shots against infantry, forcing the rifleman back. Hopefully he can grab the territory.
Oh, building really low. Has to be careful here, doesn't lose the lieutenant there, now drops out of it.
Yeah, I just don't think MajorKusaetNogi... Oh, wait, there he goes! Finally, we have a Panzer IV being developed.
Yeah, and the P4 would definitely benefit the army, especially with the division that the Puma gets with higher veterancies.
Canwerfer's hiding, hits the easy 8, but bounces off the front.
But the
Hate to
Puma
see
does
it.
not disappoint there, gets the penetrating shot, veterancy 4 now.
Let's see, Vet 4 is firing range, and then Vet 5 is can spot units.
Oh,
behind
Stewart is a
enemy
little
lines.
bit in danger, they're out of position. Puma on the hunting, look at the speed of the Puma. It's incredible how fast the Puma gets with veterancy.
Yeah. Again, good micro by CreativeName to immediately move the EC8 to protect the Stewart in case of a dive, but Major's not falling for it. He's not going in unless he knows he can take it out.
Yeah. P4 hits the field now. Obersoldaten walking through their own Landkörper, getting a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
think-
HP damage there. That was
I think he threw it in front of the building and it hit the building.
Building.
So it's like, all right, well, didn't mean for that to happen.
50k gets greeted right away by the P4. Might go down. Losing the 50k would be a huge loss, actually.
I don't know. I see the rifleman just being right there.
Yeah, rifleman coming in should be fine. The EZ8 had a lower impact than I thought.
Yeah, it's not like for an all-around tank. I would actually. It seems like I'd prefer the Sherman with high explosive rounds.
Well, I wouldn't say the EZ8 is an all-rounder tank. It's more of an anti-tank unit.
Yeah.
With a little bit of anti-infantry capability. But I think in the situation where CN was, going for the normal Sherman would have been the smarter choice. But he was maybe a little bit scared there. Oh, Stuart will go down.
Come on, take out the. Yes. All right, finally. I think that's like the first unit CreativeName has actually lost this game.
Yeah, so far picture perfect game from CN, at least unit preservation wise. Something that Von Ivan could learn here, not losing all your infantry squads every 2 minutes.
Oh my god. But you know what? I'll give Von Ivan this. He might lose men, but by god, he fights to the end. Even with like 2 men, he'll still like keep the enemy back.
Well, there's a thin line. I like to watch Von Ivan play because he's so unusual to play and to watch. But I'm not a big fan of people who went obviously over and they still trying to make something happen and then they're base pin for 15 minutes. Not the biggest fan of that.
I give full crown like, you go, you try. Oh, M1 is using its very long range, just pop shots at the Panzer IV and the Puma.
Puma's still in
Puma's very
range.
low.
By the way, Obersoldat with the magical threshold as well. With veterancy 2, the accuracy will definitely benefit them.
MG about to go down here by the rifleman. On the far left-hand side by the fuel.
P4 coming over to prevent the steal there. Oh, it looks like those, doesn't any interest to steal it. Well, he didn't saw it in time.
Yeah, CreativeName, by the way, right now has the resources, can get himself another armored unit if he wants to. Jackson might be preferable to try to counteract the Puma. He has enough infantry that I could definitely see an anti-armor unit being more preferable.
Puma now there. Puma close to Vet 5. Going for the aim shot on the retreat. Might be a dead rifleman.
Right? He got it!
He
Holy
got it!
shit! Puma becoming literally the
MVP
like,
of this game.
yes, thank you.
Oh, man, that was amazing.
All right, finally we have an infantry unit going down. CreativeName seemingly on the back foot, but now he's getting himself another easy 8.
Oh, P4 might go down there.
Wait,
No.
what?
P4 really low, got some heavy beating from the AT gun there. Puma going on a hunting mission again. Puma, man, Puma doesn't care, man.
That 5, and it was
Hey.
going toe-to-toe with an easy 8.
Yeah, and it would have a little bit more health. It would have killed the easy 8.
Ready for action.
That reminds me of the old days where everyone was playing Puma every game.
Oh yeah, I mean there was a time that I was recommending the Puma because I'm like, if you have a Jackson, the Puma could act, especially if you get higher veterans, he could go toe-to-toe with it. At least how I was using it.
Well, the Puma is really good because the veterancy really scaled really well into the late game against medium tanks.
You know, solid effort. And then Brackenwiffer right now trying to remove the cover from the rifleman, as the Volk squad's very low, can't push up, so any additional bonuses they can get would be helpful. Meanwhile, mid is under their control, which is gonna help keep things very competitive. Puma does bounce off the easy 8 though.
It was an aim shot though. Easy 8 really low. The mobility of the Puma Vel 5 is just something else.
Yeah, luckily CreativeName does still have that M1 to really help.
We have Major Artillery coming down in the middle. Major Kozanaki's banking up a bit of manpower. You could consider maybe going for a second Obersoldaten, just to equalize the field with infantry. Here we go, getting the second Obersoldaten.
God, remember we were like, earlier this game, we're like, yeah, it's not looking great. Oh, AT gun trying to hit the Puma. Puma
Right.
running, dropping smoke.
Puma's way too fast.
But we're just like, man, it's not looking great for MajorKusaetNogi.
And suddenly he put overdrive and... But now against 2 easy 8s and an AT gun.
It's difficult, but not impossible.
Difficult, it's not impossible. With decent unit positioning, he should be able to fend us off.
Although Easy 8
Especially
gets a
since-
great shot on the retreat.
Yeah, but the Easy 8 is doing really well again, and the Obersoldaten are really winning the infantry engagements. He might lose the
No,
AT
M1's
gun.
still there. Oh,
Easy 8 really low. Missed the shot.
one
Before
more
goes
shot for the
down.
Puma.
Oh, I think
Bounces!
He was a little bit too greedy there. And one gets decrewed. Raketten's still at base. Oh, losing the P4 was actually a huge blow there. The greed took over.
The greed took over, but again, right now, that if they can kill the AT gun, that would be actually a decent win.
AT gun gets so recovered. Double cup at
Wait.
the moment running into favor of CN.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if the Easy 8 went down, that would have been a big win, but it bounced off the shot. Still a Puma. It's not something like an elephant, which is almost guaranteed to pen every time, or sorry, more accurately, a pack 43.
Yeah. 1000 penetration value.
Yeah.
So it penetrates every shot.
Artillery
What
coming
the-
on the MG.
What is Major Kusanagi doing with the Puma?
He's trying to
What are
go
you
for the
doing?
kill.
Yeah, but that's really risky.
Yeah, you telling me?
What the? Major Kusanagi, don't throw away your game.
It's a Vet 5 Puma.
Puma gets away.
Oh my god, he almost threw it away, but luckily it's
Volk's
pulling
Grenadier
back.
went somewhere down. On the far left hand side. With so many wipes, it's not easy to come back though. Like, he recovered decently, but after the P4 losses are really back infantry wise and anti-tank wise, so
No, he went for the position of, hey, MajorKusaetNogi's on the comeback to, oh god, everything's falling apart again.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Again, giving it his all, but the Easy 8s now are just smashing his infantry, killing an MG42. Recadmorpher's there, but again, he has no infantry to guard it for the captain coming in from behind.
Yeah. The Puma's doing drive-bys, but it's not
Oh my
enough.
Oh my god.
Look
Dropping
at
smoke
that
on the retreat.
raid.
Is he gonna go for another shot? He does, but he barely misses.
Yeah. I think the only unit that really takes MajorKusaetNogi in the game is the Puma. Everything else is just running around to keep beaten up.
Wait, a rifleman squad did... Oh wait, no, that was earlier.
That was the earlier one.
Wait,
The
aim
bar
shot against the
gets dropped.
captain?
Nope, it's on cooldown. Really lucky there. Major artillery coming in again.
Alright.
There's a drop bar. Something Obersoldaten would like to have.
Yeah, and also, like, MajorKusaetNogi does have the fuel, so a Panther is possible. But
and
now...
he needs one. Look what is in the queue for CN. A third Easy 8.
He needs a kill. Oh no, Easy 8 engaging. Wait, hold on. Easy 8's engaging.
Easy
Maybe.
8 gets picked off.
Yes!
The
Holy.
Puma. The rate of fire and the damage.
Alright, that's what was needed. He needed a kill of some type against it. But now he needs to not waste manpower.
He has an uphill battle ahead of him. The second Easy 8 will hit soon. And he's bleeding a lot of manpower. MajorKusaetNogi.
That is true. You're not wrong with that assessment. But to be 100% frank, it's definitely better the fact that he knocked out the Easy 8 before the other one came on. Then it would have been game over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, I know what got killed. The lieutenant. That's what got neutralized. I was looking-
Lieutenant. Did die, man?
I'm like, what died? It wasn't a rifleman. But yeah, lieutenant died. I'm like, the American infantry army seems a little smaller.
Nice attack on ground there from CN against the Puma. Puma was thinking for a brief of moment there to chase.
Yeah. Volk squad's moving on in, trying to knock out the M1. They might be able to.
Oh, and one block got blocked by the Easy 8. Will got decrewed.
And the Recadmorpher's keeping the other Easy 8 back. Puma, if they just kill the M1, that would be a huge win. But no, he's diving in against
would
Easy
be
8.
worth it. What has to be careful there, really low. Why he's not stealing it or destroying it? The window. But what
What's
are
the
you
Recadmorpher doing? Oh, don't heal on the front. Not that close. Oh, he puts fire down on the 50 cal. That's going to remove all of its veterancy.
Will it get wiped though? I don't think so. Nope. We have major artillery again coming in. JP4 got to the queue but got cancelled right away. Maybe so I have enough resources for a Panther. Panther's desperately needed.
Yeah, I would say so.
Third Easy 8 again in the queue.
Yeah, and chat, even though we're like, man, MajorKusaetNogi's doing great and this and that, as a reminder, MajorKusaetNogi has been losing the VP war for the past like 10 minutes. So right now he has 110 VPs compared to 336. He's down significantly.
Yeah, and that's something that you want to change rather soonish. Puma on the hunt again.
Oh my god.
The Easy 8 can't even shoot back because of the
The range? He's fired 3 direct shots. He can't even.
Like, the Puma didn't got even once returning fire. It's amazing how good the Puma is. If you know how to use it, it's god tier. Like,
We're gonna have, like, I swear to God, if other content creators and other like players don't see this and being like, man, maybe we should go to Puma more often. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like, this is a perfect showcase of the Puma's power.
you have to microphone it, right? It's not like you have to know the feeling of range and its speed and the other units and their range. Panther on the field, by the way. Major artillery coming down on the MG in the middle.
Yeah. Folks. He's gonna push the MG back 50 cal. Holding back the Volk squad for Kenworth, though, coming on the flank. Trying to hit the
Ooh,
Easy
Easy
8.
8 has to be careful getting one shot in. 3 Easy 8s are on the field.
Yeah, but now we have the
One
Panther.
Vox Grenadier get wiped. That was the last Vox Grenadier.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Oh, yeah, Volk squad goes down.
Easy 8 a little bit out of position on the right-hand side. Panther's going for the chase.
I don't see any mines. His CreativeName can easily have placed more mines, but so
He
far
can
it doesn't.
actually plant decent mines. He has the ability from the Doctrine.
White Foster is coming in mid. He needs to pull his infantry back.
By the way, White Phosphorus also blocks the line of sight for vehicles, or disables the main gun rather.
Yep. But Kenworth does get out. It's Vet 5. And again, you want to keep that veterancy because, oh boy,
Oh,
it
that
does
25
so
racket,
much.
the rate of fire is...
There goes the Puma. It's going after these Easy 8s. Oh, wait, pull back.
Yeah, but 2 AZ8s a little bit too much there. Panther
Yeah.
though coming in.
No! Easy 8! Stay back!
Aim
Like,
shot
Puma.
coming in. Nope, out of range. Missed. AT gun there in position.
Okay. I'm like having a heart
Really
attack every
intense
time
game.
I see this Puma.
I don't know what I'm seeing. The Puma man. On the one hand, if it dies, I think the game will be over. On the other
like-
hand, the most beautiful thing at the moment to watch.
It's like Batman, where you're like, every time a guy has a gun, you're like, oh god, Batman could die. Even though Batman's like fighting hand to hand against 6 guys with guns and taking them out. It's like, how is he
Yeah.
not dead?
Actually, could
Alright.
drop some knowledge here. The Puma was originally to be designed as a light reconnaissance unit or a medium reconnaissance unit, and they had to give extra manuals out because the crews of the Pumas got way too cocky with it and engaged against other tanks, even though their orders were strictly only reconnaissance type. But due to the 50mm main gun of it, they really engaged other tanks as well.
They're like, we'll be fine. And they realize, like, wait, do we have armor? Like, boom. But I can see it. If you get one clean shot on an armored unit with that gun, you could do a lot and then get out. Real life, one good shot on a target could kill it.
Yeah. You can really tell that Sien is scared by the Puma Panther combination.
Yeah. Luckily,
Mines
he's
are
keeping
coming
that
down
M1.
from the end. You realize, my rifleman can plant mines. That's something nice to have.
Yeah. Again, good. I'm glad if he can snare the Puma, that could actually finally keep it contained, and maybe he can kill it.
On the way for MajorKusaetNogi.
Easy
What?
It's pushing forward, but the Kenworth's right there.
Gets one Easy 8 gets aim shotted. Will go down. Other
very
Easy 8 got Panther got snared. Easy 8 goes down. Other Easy 8 is really low. Puma has a mission. One man and one mission. But
Oh
the
my
rifleman
God.
should.
The Panther hit a mine, but the Puma's like, I'm going for the kill.
I'm going in, boys. But no, he's backing up. Not risking the snare there.
Yeah, it makes sense. You want to keep away from the rifleman. The Storm Pioneer squad's moving in for the Panther, while additional infantry move into mid with against the rifleman. But he has to watch out for the 50 cal right there, and also the Easy 8 on standby. Another Easy 8 being brought up, and now a Stuka's being brought in.
Yeah, that. I don't know. When was the last time? 1 versus 1. We saw Stuka 1 versus 1. I am just impressed. Like.
Yeah. Also, good
I'm
news to be able to dot
secretly
in
rooting
smoke.
for MajorKusaetNogi at the moment.
Yeah, it's just that Puma. It's just the power of the Puma. You're like just enamored by it. You're like, how? How's he doing this?
Oh, MG will go down. Nope! Wow.
Very low.
Really
the other
low,
building
but
falls.
it got away.
We're probably gonna.
But you can
Oh,
tell
wait.
MajorKusaetNogi has a repair problem. He's not able to repair his units.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, USF rarely runs into repair problems.
No, because every tank has repairs.
Exactly.
But now again,
52
we have
VP still remaining for MajorKusaetNogi. He needs to make something happen.
Puma moving in with an aim shot
Aim
on
shot. Easy 8 with 3.
Ready for battle.
does miss. Going after the other Easy 8, popping shots against it. Meanwhile, he has Obosadonsko on the far right. Because the Easy 8's keeping both of them contained, they're like, alright. All units focus on that Puma. Ignore the Obosadon and take the point
Oh,
out.
Obosadon. You don't want to lose the Vet 5 Obosadon, though?
No, he'll be fine. The Puma's coming in to protect it. He's going after the Vet 3!
Get
Aim
aim
shot.
shot and there's nothing to support him. That's Easy 8. There's no chance to run away. It's way too fast. Panther's coming in as well.
He dropped
One more
smoke,
shot
though.
is needed. Panther misses.
One last shot, come on! Yes!
Attack out ground hits.
But all the... No, he's walking right... Oh, no, the Puma's going around. Holy crap!
But there's the AT got smoke. Not needed. What?
What is this Puma? He went
Puma
around!
gets there.
He's doing another aim shot. But the Puma could die here.
Puma stops one more shot against the Easy 8. Puma has the
Fire.
higher rate of fire. Easy 8 goes down. Panther's really, really low.
One last Easy 8 trying to kill. Misses the Panther. Cat River repositioning to hit it.
What are we seeing?
I don't know. Easy 8 going in. Puma barely alive. Fires. Oh, wait. Puma doesn't have an aim
smoke.
shot. Smoke. Smoke.
No.
Oh, he turns the building. Look at the drift. He's coming around. Main gun's not facing. He's trying to find the Puma, but the Puma found him.
It's happening, man.
All three Easy 8s have been defeated.
All 3 hits went down to one single Puma. The Panther was just being there, man, pretending to be useful.
Holy. And the Panther died. Let's be very fair. The Panther died, but oh my god, every armored unit died.
What does just... I can't believe what just happened, man.
I mean, like right now, I can't believe it either. We have smoke and artillery coming down to try to stop infantry, but the Cat River gets on mid to stop the decap of the Major.
I don't know, man.
You still have a solid infantry force by CreativeName with 3 decent units, but now there's 3 Obosadons, so they can go on par, plus the 2 and everything else. It's not looking good for CreativeName, though he can deploy another Easy 8 if he wishes.
Man, I don't know what to say. This game is something else.
Well,
The Puma. 5 vehicles destroyed. 5! CN must be fuming at the moment.
he has to be. He's like, how come I can't kill this thing? It literally ran circles, and it's like, oh my, like a good mind could have stopped that whole thing from happening, but still.
There were the mine! That's the thing, it's not like there weren't any mines, man. It's just...
Yeah. It's insane. Alright, so I don't even care if MajorKusaetNogi loses at this
I just
point.
don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
Send that clip to like every major
Yeah, please
like,
make the clip of this thing, what was going on. That's clip worthy, 100%.
Yeah. People need to see that. Oh my god, but a last ditch effort to take mid failed. Major forced back by the Vet 5 Obosadon squad. Another Easy 8 though on the field. They're not done yet. Puma, without any major armor support, needs to fight an Easy 8 by itself. Well, okay, never mind. He still has Cat River.
Yeah, Vet 5 Obersoldaten. Something you have to look out.
MG setting on up to hold back the
MG
infantry.
setting up in the middle. Luka could shoot again.
It's down to this. Wait, CreativeName could deploy another Easy 8 in just a moment.
Yeah, he has enough fuel on the Reese bank.
Puma, are you diving?
Puma's going in, boy.
Oh, he
Puma
bounces.
doesn't respect your feelings.
It doesn't. Captain can't.
Oh.
2 bounces. Yep, immediately pulls back.
He just knows the boundaries, man. He's not a single time overstaying. Not a single time. He gets the shot and he realizes, okay, I bounce, I need to fall back. I don't need to be greedy.
Yep. It's exactly what you need to do. Olvadi now putting pressure on the M1. If he can decrew it, that would be the major AT gone. The Puma would then have free game against the Easy 8.
And he is. You know what that means? Puma's going in. Aim shot. One more shot is needed.
Yes.
Balances the last shot. Will he go for one more shot?
I think he'll go for one more shot.
He bounces again.
Nope. Pull back.
But he got stared.
No. He did. He's gonna drive, but he still has the Recad Morpher, which will knock out the M1.
Well, there's nothing to fall off. The Puma will easily fall back. Not sure if CN can win this game.
I'm not. I mean, like, he has 240 VPs. He has plenty of time, but. Oh, wait. Almost done. Could be. Oh, wait. Drop smoke to retreat, but I think it's gonna be picked.
Might be enough. What's enough? Before knowing the way from MajorKusaetNogi. Who needs tanks if you have a Puma?
Olvadi holding the line against the rifleman. Still gonna pull back, but still. Here comes the Stuka support.
And that's nothing.
No.
Stuka was a weird choice.
But now we have Panzer IV about to deploy onto the field.
Puma is hungry for more, going for captain.
Where is that Easy 8? Oh, it's still undergoing repairs. God, that's the one thing. The Puma is so little healthy. You need to, like, you know, increase it by that. It immediately gets healed and just comes back up to the front.
Yeah, it's fast to be repaired because of the low HP pool. Second Easy 8 on the way from CN. P4 on the field as well for MajorKusaetNogi.
Yeah, again, right now, MajorKusaetNogi's biggest issue right now is holding the VPs. That's
yeah, he needs to hold VPs.
Luckily, Armor Piercing Ground stops the Major on the northern VP. Middle VP, he has Olvadi going in. And the Puma is driving straight for the Easy 8 in the south.
He knows what is coming. He will go for aim shot. He doesn't have ammo though. Ooh, a little bit risky there.
He's using its speed. Come on. Oh, they're both missing. Oh, this might be it.
That might be the day for the Puma.
CreativeName's like, he's mine.
And the Puma goes down.
No!
No!
Wait, Panzer IV might. Oh, he bounces. Can he kill? Come on, Panzer IV. You need to for the Puma. Cadmer also goes down. Fire! So many bounces.
Olvadi trying to coming in. No backup there. The Serper in here, by the way, went down some time ago. I don't know.
Yeah. Without the Puma, I don't know you can win the game. It's like...
It's impossible not to win the game for MajorKusaetNogi after he lost the Puma.
CreativeName just used all of his reserves to get the additional armor, and now he has the advantage. MajorKusaetNogi, though, does have the fuel for a Panther. If he gets a Panther, maybe he'll be in a better position. Or he can get a Recad Morpher.
Yeah.
Wait, is the armor going for the Panzer IV? It's not healed yet! It's not healed yet!
It got run! It's trying to run!
Okay, it'll make it back to base.
I don't know what to think, man. It's just this game of the month, game of the year. I have no clue, man.
Wait, come on, Olvadi's chasing after the Major.
Major Tom?
Come on, take out Major.
Major Tom gets away. Holy shit. P4's ready to kill. Raketen got stolen, by the way. Stuka's going suicide mode.
Wait, is it a trap to learn? Stuka back up, Stuka back up, Stuka back up. All right, luckily he's not falling for it. But again, oh, now his CreativeName has the Rekenwerfer. He needs to steal it back. But he's gonna get out.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my god. It just keeps
Escape before
going.
the way.
Oh, Jagdpanzer. That makes sense. Again, good tank destroyer.
Yeah, but then the
Like,
missing the mobility that he needs.
That's true, but again, he just needs more protection rather than anything else. Obsidian decapping, so at least not losing the VPs.
Obersoldat, if Obersoldats are your mainline infantry and you don't have enough manpower on the bank, that will be a really costly endeavor there.
Is he being affected by the smoke? He should be. No, he's not. He's just out of range. But Obsidian take the points. They stop any sort of bleed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, the big issue is right now he has no snares, and he needs a way to stop the Easy 8s. And the Puma's speed and efficiency was the key to that.
Yeah.
But
Outranging and speed made it possible, but no.
oh no.
No, the Obersoldat! Wait,
I was watching that. I'm like, he's gonna retreat into it.
Oh no.
Oh, this is not looking good. He's gonna need to pull out a miracle. And by miracle, I mean just kill the armor, because CreativeName's about to deploy a third Easy 8 at this rate.
How many Easy 8s were pulled in this game? 10?
Enough. That's all you need to know. Enough.
Enough.
If you want to know the Easy 8's perspective in this game, imagine Fury, but instead of the Tiger tank at the end, it's a
That's
Puma.
the Puma, man.
Oh, the Panzer IV snared and the rifleman escape. Come on, kill the rifleman. Not enough.
Maybe for a little bit out of position. Easy 8 is coming in. No snare platform.
No,
I think
it
that's
can't
game.
turn. It's.
Before goes down.
Oh. Unless he gets lucky and it. Nope. That's it. That. Yeah. MajorKusaetNogi's like, I know what to do. Gave myself a Puma.
I need a Puma.
No, he overextended. He didn't have an easy way out, and the Easy 8 had range.
That was the greed which took over.
Yep. But it was a solid.
The best game we just
insane-
saw in a really, really long time. Tier 4 goes down, or Tier 3. MajorKusaetNogi probably should try to drain till the last VP. That maybe gets faction picked there. If it comes to a game number 5.
Makes sense. But the third Easy 8's coming on in, so his fate is sealed. It's just a delay game right now.
I'm just speechless, man. This.
The death of the Puma was like the death of the Puma was equivalent to like
MVP.
losing Hannibal. Like that's like losing a leader of such tactical brilliance that literally gets anything he wins.
Wow. I'm just impressed. I was like, yeah, Puma will deal with Stewart. That Puma normally dies some point in the early late game. And then the Puma just 103s 3 Easy 8s with 1 HP left. Kills all of them. Picks off how many Easy 8s after that, I don't know.
But yeah, now
game of the year. Or at least game of the month.
Yeah, Rekenwerfer coming on, but it's too little, too late.
It's too late.
There's three Easy 8s. Yeah, they just have complete control of the battlefield right now.
The dot went down, but it doesn't matter that much anymore.
We're so sad.
MajorKusaetNogi would have deserved this game to win.
After that Puma play, absolutely.
This game. Wow. Just wow.
Again, solid game, all things considered. It was
It
like
was
you cannot ask
pure
for better
brilliant.
play with that Puma. You could not ask for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's double check the after action report. MajorKusaetNogi, no, I mean, like, they both did over 70, 80,000 damage, respectively. Holy mackerel. But,
Yeah, players taking a small break. They deserve that 5-minute break.
yeah, just in comparison, Easy 8 did 20,000 damage, right? 68 kills, he lost 5 of them. He produced 8 in total. MajorKusaetNogi's Puma, one of them, got 25 kills, did 28,000 damage by itself.
Where's the Puma in the queue there?
What? The Puma did more damage than 8 Easy 8s.
Yeah.
So, still, even with that loss, MajorKusaetNogi and CreativeName are just
Easy
tied.
8s were built. 8 Easy 8s. I think if the Puma would have survived, he would have won the game.
Oh, absolutely. That's like the ultimate. Now that Puma's in the legacy of what ifs. What if the Puma survived?
And we are live.
And we have a great
in
opportunity.
Game number 3. Wrong overlay. Here we go. No, we're in the right overlay. Oh, Kimbo won game number 5. That's impressive.
Good for him.
And that's really nice. The Slayer
you know
of God.
what?
But it's not over yet. The win of this game will then play against Isidore. We have MajorKusaetNogi as USF with Heavy Cav, Recon Support, and Olvadi sold. What does CN field?
Well, CreativeName is bringing out Firestorm, Overwatch, and Grand Offensive. And like I mentioned in the previous game, usually if you see Panzer Fusiliers, they're more in the beginning. So I don't think Grand Offensive will be picked if I have to guess. On this map, maybe Overwatch. I could definitely see the Sector Assault coming into play. But we'll have to see what turns out. Again, last game was a nail biter, was down to the wire. But we're changing up the map.
I'm saying it best game of the year.
Yeah,
Change my mind. That best game of the year.
I mean, think about it.
It was such an impressive game.
Yeah, that game literally went down to the wire and so many twists and turns. So it was absolutely up there, if not the best.
Yeah. Yes. Meanwhile, we have the first encounter coming on in the middle. Rifleman meeting Stern Pioneer and Volksgrenadier combination. MajorKusaetNogi will have to fall back there.
Meanwhile, Rifleman and Volk Squad Stern engaging. Though it looks like Riflemen are focusing on the Stern Pioneer squad. They might be able to bring it down.
Stern Pioneer a little bit falling back there to avoid more damage. Rifleman getting really low. A lot of HP loss. I'm not sure if that was worth it.
It was trying to finish out the Stern Pioneer squad and force it back, but alas, it's still at good health. I think the Rifleman squad is going to lose the battle for mid. But they did grab the north, so MajorKusaetNogi has that, but CreativeName now has mid and the south.
Yeah, but at the moment, equal map control there.
Yes, so far.
Winning the first engagement is really important there. Map control will now soon shift into favor of CN, I think.
Yep. CN was trying to go for the cut off the fuel, but luckily Rashlons and Riflemen stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, there goes the remaining Volk, but they did cut off another point, and now they're going for the fuel up north. All right. Oh, Stern Pioneers still haven't retreated. They're like, all right, we'll grab the munitions. It's fine. We have half the men.
Second cap, right?
Yeah. Why waste
fine,
manpower?
yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile, the Riflemen looks like they're moving in to counterattack the Volk squads. 2 squads moving on in, not really much stopping them. The Volk squads are pretty isolated right now.
Yeah.
They're pushing on in, easily driving him back. And right now we have MajorKusaetNogi upgrading to Lieutenant. So most likely we're seeing a similar path that we saw last game, where we're going to have a steward possibility, a 50 cal, and of course an ambulance as soon as he gets the manpower.
Thanks for the great AE. I hope your games were awesome. I heard was a pretty insane games there. Sadly, you missed a legendary game number 2 here. Like, I would even go that far in saying that was game of the year, game number 2 between MajorKusaetNogi and CN. Like, it was something else. Definitely worth it to check it out.
Yes, at the very least, I just posted the clip in the chat. If you guys have a moment, check out the clip. Oh my god, you will not be disappointed. But glad that everything wrapped up and it was a close nail-biter on their end. On our end, it seems to be going pretty well with both sides trading blows, but neither able to get the kill just yet.
Yeah. At the moment, slight lead for CN. Had a bit of double fuel coming in. Has tier 1. CN playing a bit more traditional OKW at the moment, getting tier 1 instead of tier 2, unlike MajorKusaetNogi did in game number 2.
Yeah.
So no hero Puma this time.
No hero Puma, but again, he still got a
Oh,
reliable.
Rifle might go down in the middle. Storm Pioneer going for the chase. They're really low, but no.
Well, I guess we're not seeing a Stewart. Utility car is being deployed.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would
Stewart
say
is
so.
Good. I like the Stewart against OKW.
No, it was
Since there's
solid
no
last
2-2
game.
threat,
Yeah, but
it can work out differently.
Lieutenant coming on in again. It could hopefully hold back the Volk with the re-echelon there.
Where the Storm Pioneer in combination?
Yeah,
Might
that's
have
the
to
big
say
question.
something about it.
Well, he gets in the building and tries to use that, but unfortunately only has like 2 windows to open fire with.
Yeah, against green cover Storm Pioneers.
The capture point is under attack.
But no, it looks like MajorKusaetNogi's on the back foot with CreativeName. Just again, like you mentioned, when he can be aggressive, he goes for the throat and doesn't stop. He's trying to keep MajorKusaetNogi off balance.
Ambulance
Yeah, ambulance on the field from
line
MajorKusaetNogi.
just got cut off.
By the way, guys, the Puma survived till really long into the game. It picked off like 4 or 5
Send order.
easy 8s during the whole game. It was impressive. Flag half break got away from CN.
Upgrade completed.
Yeah. Which makes sense. Again, a good unit to suppress infantry and keep the territory under your control. And right now, he has a lot of it under his control. Though, utility car is made its way, and it's driving around trying to get some pop shots at some Volk squads.
Yeah. I like the flag half break. A mobile suppression platform is always nice to have.
Yes.
Especially if you play against a faction which don't have AT gun from the get-go, like USF if you go for Lieutenant. Makes it really easy to use, and because there's no Steward, the flag half break will have a few moments of free time till MajorKusaetNogi queues the Steward there.
Meanwhile, again, so far, no Doctrine picks as of yet. We're just seeing a lot of more standard builds. The only exception would be the utility car, but small push up north retakes some key territory, and in mid recaptures the munitions back for the USF to use. Meanwhile, the riflemen down south are going in for the fuel. Again, if they can go for both and cut it off, that would really affect CreativeName. But CreativeName coming on in with that flak.
The flag will definitely help out keep the field presence running. MajorKusaetNogi will be way less mobile with his infantry since the flag half break is on the field. And you can't run around and get suppressed. That's something which doesn't synergize as well. Steward now in the queue. M20 gets snared though.
Again, great job. I don't think he has the ability to kill it yet. He doesn't have enough Volk squads to guard the half-track for it to maybe go in with flak. But on the flip side, we are about to see a Steward on the field, and CreativeName doesn't have any, AT. No Verkanwerfer, no
Shrek.
Panzerschreck. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the next unit on his wishlist will be surely a Raketten.
Oh my god.
And then he should be fine, right?
He should. Here's the thing. We say should be. But
He
we've
should
seen
be.
multiple times where should be turns into what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, in this set can happen everything, man. It can happen everything.
But again, Flak doing its job, at least in the south, easily pushing back the riflemen. Meanwhile, more forces are being pushed out of mid, utility car and additional reinforcements trying to push the Volk squads back, but they're actually advancing. With the Flak helping.
Yeah. M20, Stuart coming in, Raketten in the queue. But Folkvard is there for snaring, so they should be fine. Meanwhile, Rifleman not getting suppressed. Which is weird. Normally, the Flak half-track is really decent at suppressing squads which are in green cover.
Maybe just the angle or the engagement. Whatever the case may be, Stuart easily moving on in with the utility car moving north. That Volk squad needs to worry because right now there's 2 light vehicles coming in and he can easily lose it if he's not paying attention.
Yeah. I turned down a little bit the volume of Greyshot, thanks for the input. So, if it's still too loud, say something. I always suck a little bit at the audio settings. Ooh, a Flak half-track a little bit out of position there, but via voice linear coming in, should be fine. Oh, early weapon racks there, compared to last game. Interesting, we have now 2 squads with bars. And instead of a zoo, we see bars on the lieutenant. How things should be. Kappa.
Alright, Rakanwifer does get a nice shot on both light vehicles. Volk squad on the retreat though.
Not sure if going for the bar on the lieutenant was a smart choice, because in the end a little bit of AT is always nice to have.
No, absolutely, especially with the light
Handheld
armor.
AT is not the best against the Flak half-track, that's true, but you know, the one rocket might make the difference. We have a 50 kill and the MG34 on the way, which will definitely cause some issues there. But at the moment, I have the feeling Cien has the better army composition. And that will cause some issues for MajorKusaetNogi. Let's see how he will adapt to that issue.
No, you're absolutely right. The only thing I could see is right now the 50 cal coming on in, because that technically could provide that AT support, though it will require munitions. And if MajorKusaetNogi keeps upgrading his men with bars, he's going to be very low on munitions and may not have the ability.
But on the other hand, with the bars, the Rebel are easily able to beat the Volks Grenadiers. Then you just need something to deal properly with the Flak half-track, because I have the feeling that's his main issue at the moment to get on the map. Because every time he wins the infantry engagement, the Flak half-track just switches side and prevents any decaps or caps there. And it's not looking good at the moment for him. Triple capped, really little map control. And you know, OKW with double fuel income, with a fast tacking, it's not something you would enjoy as USF.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm sure the USF enjoys a good Panzer in the morning, but no, it's not something you really want to deal with. Again, the Stuart can, especially with an M1, although going with Lieutenant, probably not likely unless he goes something to deploy one, which based on his picks, like I said, not likely, but the situation is he needs something of his own, and with the resources being 19 fuel per turn, it's gonna be a while.
It takes some time.
Hold on, Stuart going in for the dive.
Coming in. Flak half-track will definitely go down.
I love the smoke the half-track deployed is now saving the Stuart as it retreats.
Yeah, not having the rifle close by there. Well played, MajorKusaetNogi. That was a wonderful push there with the Stuart and rifleman from the flank, picking off the Flak half-track. Second 50 cal now on the way from MajorKusaetNogi, and suddenly things will change, I think. Now the main suppression platform is gone.
Yeah, down
Cien
south
will be more defensive.
Absolutely. Rakanwifer, though, giving chase. Stuart gets hit again. Trying to get out of there. Looks like he will, but won't be able to assist against that Volk squad.
Not needed, though. Volks is going home. Lieutenant is coming in.
One major problem I could possibly see is right now it looks like a lot of the line by CreativeName is falling back or back at base, and he just set up his Panzer headquarters. So hopefully...
Yeah, but I don't think MajorKusaetNogi will push that deep since the MG is there, and somewhat of resistance is there with one additional Volks Grenadier. Might be not a deep push, but the resources for Cien is really impressive.
Yeah.
And having a fast P4 is something that OKW will really, really enjoy there.
No, yeah, especially the OKW Panzer IV with the additional armor. It, like, again, it helps a lot.
And better
Just that-
scatter, keep in mind. More
Yes.
armor and more scatter.
So, utility car coming in on the MG34, and it doesn't have armor-piercing rounds yet, so we can't really do much against it.
Yeah. Triple cap though, or double fuel cap rather on the way for MajorKusaetNogi. Let's see if he can hold it.
Has he
When he
actually...
gets forced off.
No, he's not been able to get the Major as of yet. He instead goes for Captain.
I think that's the right call to make. Like, he was like, how many minutes double fuel was coming in for CN? 5 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that? Since the Flakcraft track were on the field? And he's expecting an early P4.
He's not wrong. That's again good tactics. Is a player who understands the battlefield, understands like, hey, it may not be because I know a lot of, like you mentioned in the previous game, a lot of other competitive players will say no, don't go for the captain, rush the major. But in this situation, you need AT. It's probably best to go for that AT gun.
Yeah, 100% true. P4 already in the queue. Major, captain on the field, getting his bar as well. Next will be the AT gun. MajorKusaetNogi could actually afford it. He's probably waiting and thinking maybe I can skip it. But now he sees the tech. And
Yeah,
yeah, queues the AT gun right away. Still has soon enough resources to get the Major on the field. And still running with double fuel, so he's getting closer to equalize it. But still, he's extremely behind resource-wise.
Yep. Rickhofer does ambush the Stewart, forcing it back. Lieutenant trying to deal with the Volk squad, but it was well. Without that armor support, just going to pull back. Too low on health. So, yeah, the fuel down south will be taken over by CreativeName, it looks like. So, good for him. And CN is moving up his forces on the right-hand side, trying to push on in with the utility car, just barely holding him back, but not for long.
Meanwhile, we have the P4 hitting the field. Let's see how MajorKusaetNogi will adapt to the P4. The P4 will definitely cost a threat there, especially since the AT is still in the base sector. M20 mines. Are there any M20 mines?
I have not seen him place any.
I think so.
And he has enough upgrades with bars that I don't think he's used the munitions.
Yeah, he didn't have the ammo probably on the bank.
Yeah, both sides have done a really good job upping their infantry, so both are really top-notch. It's really going to be up to the armor and possibly some good squad wipes to really turn in one way or another.
Well, MajorKusaetNogi has a lot of infantry squads now on the field with both officers. He can easily run into the issue that he has too many squads in the field and will start manpower bleeding. That's something you always have to keep in mind. That if you don't use your infantry more efficiently when you have more on them, then you will bleed out. And we saw in game number 1 what it means when you have too many infantry squads on the field, or are not able to win the infantry fights, and then you're not able to attack even though you have the resource advantage.
Yeah, Stewart going in on the MG, but Panzer IV is right around the corner. Connects the shot, Stewart pulled back, but M1 right behind in case he tries to dive.
Do the special round. Not sure why, because it was so on the edge, but gets 2 shots and second shot bounces. That's really unfortunate there.
No, it drives him back, but at least it helps Major take the north.
Ooh,
Though, CreativeName will hold
Trinity is
this
a little
out.
bit on his own. A lot of squads are there on the retreat path.
Oh, I see it too, yeah. Oh, wait, but... oh, Stewart engaged by the Panzer IV. Luckily does shell shock to get out of there.
That might be a dead Vox Grenadier there. Well played there, MajorKusaetNogi with the flank.
Oh, yeah,
And here we go, the first wipe of the game.
Excellent kill right there.
Getting it replaced right away with Obersoldaten. Let's see if my Fury will get tested, because according to myself,
Of course.
in the mid games, wipes out OKW, you hurt in the long run yourself more than the OKW player, because he will replace those wipes with Obersoldaten. And once Obersoldaten hit Veteran C2, suddenly you will lose your infantry fights even harder before, because the Vox Radius are kinda okayish. Meanwhile, Obersoldaten are just way better.
Oh, no, it's bad.
Well, the squad-wide power spike, how I like to call it. You lose
Wait.
squads and suddenly get the power spike.
Hold on a second. MajorKusaetNogi may be going in for a bigger play right now.
Oh, heavy def.
Yes.
Are we going to see the stall into Pershing?
That would be interesting in this fair. Also, underrated but still very important, MajorKusaetNogi can deploy mines, which can be very important.
MajorKusaetNogi, the hero of off-meta picks.
Yes.
Wow. But
I
he
love
needs still to tag Major to get Pershing unlocked.
Details.
Yeah. The problem is that 120 fuel extra which he needs. So, not sure about that. It's a little bit risky. I don't think he will go Pershing first. It's way too risky.
When have we
By the
seen
way-
MajorKusaetNogi not take risks? I'm just pointing that out. Oh wait,
Fair
almost got another shot on the Stewart. Luckily, he pulled back in time.
By the way,
Also-
we have Beckery on the field, which is applying a bit of pressure there. And also that have a not welcome meeting with the M20 and gets forced off.
Almost done. I can take on any infantry. Can you take on light armor? No. Utility
Here we
car
go.
also.
P4 on the chase. M20 one shot away from dying, but the Westwood C2 is more movement speed. And look how fast the M20 runs.
It's just a speeding bullet. The Panzer IV can't even catch up. His
Yeah.
best shot was to use combat blitz.
The blob is now moving outside of the base. I think
God,
CN is thinking, ah shit, let's go home.
That Volk squad's gonna have a real painful ride home. Oh, Rakanwiver's there too. Yeah, pull that back.
Yeah.
This is where I like, oh man, I wish I had a Goliath or a Sturm Tiger right now. Just take. But speaking of which, we have yet to see a doctrine by CreativeName. He's
Yes,
been,
CN didn't take the single doctrine so far. What will it be? Maybe Tiger?
my god, look at the amount of infantry and incendiary going off in the middle of the blob. Massive
Before
force.
getting greeted by the P4, Stuart might go down. But one more shot! He doesn't have ammo for the special more range ability. Oh, that would have been a dead P4 otherwise. Reacon will go down.
We just lost a unit.
Yeah, well,
I think
MG
starting
went
into
down.
Pershing is such a risky thing to do.
oh wait. Okay. Obelsadon tried to go out on the rear echelon squad. I'm sorry, not rear echelon, the vehicle crew. Luckily, it was stopped by the utility car. Again, we lost the rifleman on
Technical the
Major
way
side.
from CN.
We're losing a capture
Oh my
point.
god, that's gonna be a real tough fight. And he doesn't have man. I mean, like, no matter what armor he picks, MajorKusaetNogi doesn't have the manpower to get
Yeah.
anything. He has fuel. He doesn't have manpower.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure why he went for Pershing Dog. Like, the normal rule of thumb at the moment for heavy tanks is you only get the heavy tank when you picked off one medium tank, so you equalize the field
The capture point is
at
under
best,
attack.
or something like that, or really ahead resource-wise. Because otherwise you're really risking to get overwhelmed by mediums and die before the heavy tank hits the field. M20 mine going down, that's something nice to see, but before we say guten Tag.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
Can he deploy it in time, or
Miss
he
it.
fight?
Orders,
Run!
please.
And
Get off the mine.
but the sweeper's already coming in. And I suspect CN saw it there. M20 mine gets revealed.
He's like, you can't get me. You have to go around. It's like, no, I'll just go through the fence.
Yeah.
But here
I
comes
like
the other
light
Panzer
vehicle
IV.
play, though, from MajorKusaetNogi. Oh, the M20 mine didn't got swept. So it's still on the field.
Okay, still an active threat, even if he knows about it.
Well, players sometimes forget where mines are.
Wow, oh my god, on the mark! And Panzer IV forgets and hits the mine. I guess he thought it was swept.
I don't know, man.
One shot from them one could kill it. I think he's just trying to. Oh, another mine was hit or snare.
It got there.
What is happening?
Well, you have time, right? Before won't run away with both tracks blown off.
All right, if he can vehicle crew, vehicle crew repair the sorry, not Sherman, the
But
Stewart.
moving the AT gun.
Yeah, like, not great, but you have two vehicles right now that literally cannot move. Or at least,
Well, one can't move at all.
yeah. So,
Pack-Howie, let's go up the Valiant with the Pack-Howie. It can't run away from it.
utility car gets hit by Raketin. But at least
50k moving up. Armor piercing round. Let's go.
Under fire, they might not be able to initiate repairs. You have Stern Pioneer under fire.
I don't know what to say, man. Will this before get recovered or not?
Well, my best guess would be use the Sherman. I keep saying Sherman. Stewart, use Shell Shock and maybe try to go in for like.
Probably rear armor. Yeah, that might be the call. 1 minute still. Half minute till the Pershing arrives.
All right, Shell Shock,
Bounce
come on!
it. One more shot.
Oh my God, come on! One shot, Stewart.
Does the shot disappear? And here we go. Stewart picks up the P4. How often do you see that?
Once by Von Ivan. Oh, but the Faust!
The foul! No! Pershing out of the field though. And I think that will change the outcome of the battle.
Yeah. Oh my God, that again. I love the
But
fact
there's
that.
no repair for it.
Oh, you're right. Wait, no.
There's a
It's
vehicle.
I mean, yeah, he can always get another Echelon squad in the meantime, but like, think about it. The CreativeName lost it because of a mine that he tried to sweep and thought he swept. That's what turned the tide.
I really want to see what CN will do against the Pershing, because the P4 won't be the best unit. Oh boy!
No.
Look at the text for CN.
Oh, he's going
I see
king,
3
isn't he?
tanks. Is he going the big boy gun? The big,
God
the
damn.
big tank.
Last
Tank
game,
that needs to compensate for something.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, King is definitely better than a Pershing. But the problem is the Pershing is
Pershing
really
is
solid
faster.
against infantry. Yeah.
And
So,
hard counters medium tanks.
hold on. Volk Squad might be in harm's way. Pershing might end
That
it.
works, Grenadier. One more
Fair.
shot. Here we go.
Panzer IV and Kenworth opening fire. Pershing immediately just pulls back.
Yeah, you want to avoid any unnecessary damage on the Pershing. The problem is USF struggles to repair units which don't have a crew, since the Reaclon has horrible repair rates.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Big man, pumping out the damage like no one else against infantry.
Yeah, so it looks like his maneuver worked out pretty well. Right
Major
now,
artillery coming down.
yeah, against the MG. Major does still need to pull back though. There it goes. Will he live? Will Volk Squads focus? No, they're not. They're paying attention more to the howitzer.
MG. The other MGs though might be a little bit out of position there. And
No,
Elite
it's
Armored completely is banned. Just to make it as an easy case.
All things to live so far. The utility car is not what I expected.
Damn. We might see a dead Stern Pioneer.
Come on.
Oh, away with literally 1 HP.
Yeah, again, it gets the extra survivability, so it makes sense. I've seen Stern Pioneer survive a heck of a lot for
The
epic.
Volk Grenadier went down. Can you explain to me what just happened? 5 minutes ago, CI was completely in control of the game. We were not even sure if that the Pershing will hit the field. And suddenly, We have a Pershing on the field. CN has literally no army left. And MajorKusaetNogi is in control of the game.
Alright, here's my thought process, alright? Olvadi, just stick with me on this, right?
Yeah.
If you lose more of your army, you get more manpower, right?
You
So...
want to speed up the process for the KT, man.
Exactly.
Oh,
Again, it's like
shit.
it's like 3 steps ahead.
I'm trying to get chased by a Blitzkrieg Peep 4.
Will he finally take out that unit?
Nope.
Oh.
With a nickel of health, it escapes. Smoked.
And the Panzer IV just heads back to base in shame, putting to kill a utility car. Yep.
Man. It's not looking particularly well at the moment for Sia. He lost a lot of infantry. And the problem is now that Major has so much infantry on the field that he will the infantry engagement even more decisively, and suddenly his too many infantry squads won't bleed at all because he wins the engagement so hard that he doesn't lose any manpower.
Again, it paid off to upgrade all those guys with, unless I'm mistaken, is it 1 bar or 2 bar per squad? It is 2 bars per squad.
Yep, 2 bars per squad.
So that's 120 munitions per squad.
And
So.
Cien switched his tactic. He's going for a Panther now.
I mean, I guess you could go with a Panther instead of a King
It
Tiger.
would be too risky to wait for King Tiger, I think.
It would also
He
be very
needs-
risky to save up for a Pershing, but we saw that turn around.
Yeah, true. But
We about to see another dead Volk squad.
Grenadier should be fine though. Maybe. Oh, the worst Grenadier gets picked off as well from the captain, probably. Why didn't Cien select any commander, man? This is not Commander Terminator.
Who needs a commander in a game that you're allowed to pick commanders? CreativeName is just making it more difficult. It's like Dark Souls, all right? You just
Yeah.
you make it the most difficult it can be, so that way you get more enjoyment from it.
Yeah. More pain means more fun.
Exactly, that's what that means.
Oh, and Cien picked Overwatch. Maybe we'll call it a GLI. Maybe for the planes, but planes got also 25 ammo more expensive.
Yeah.
For a little bit out of position there. But Panther coming in, maybe be the rescue there.
Pershing pulling back. Again, using its speed, it can easily get back to its lines. Wait, is this the push? Stern Pioneers have a Shrek. They're gonna focus on the Pershing? They will.
Reaclon has double Zooks though. Should be an AT gun in the back. AT gun got destroyed earlier, right?
Yes, it did. So he has no other major form of AT.
But Snare's coming in. But infantry is here. You need infantry. You might win down the tank fights, but without infantry, you can't cap the map.
MajorKusaetNogi.
Look at the Pershing. Disrespect to the Racket. The Racket goes down.
Yep. 1 less AT. Obsidian trying to keep the infantry back. Panther trying to deal with the Pershing, both very low.
Now stand at 300 points.
We did
Well,
end up seeing a bar be
And 20
decrewed.
went down. It's something.
Yeah, you know,
It's something.
light vehicle that has no effect against armor. Glad it's dead.
Well, if you put into consideration the M20 mine. Jackson on the field anytime, by the way, for MajorKusaetNogi. A new Vox Grenadier on the way. We have option to the Overwatch planes.
All right, so we could see if CreativeName get. Oh, well, he got hit by a
CreativeName
snare.
rolled the panic plane here. Ooh, the special shot missed! The armor piercing shell, the 50 ammo ability. That was really, really unlucky.
All right, will the Panther finally finish off the Pershing? He's
By the
going
way,
in.
Reaclon went down. No repair at the moment for the Pershing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so he's going to be down for a little bit. Still, more hemorrhaging for CN because he just doesn't have the VPs. He's getting
Yeah,
one
getting
right
a second
now.
Obersoldaten. He needs to get infantry. I think he's not that far behind, actually. He just needs to recover infantry. Because how it
Yeah.
looks like he is winning the tank fights.
He pushed Major Kusanagi back, right? Because Major Kusanagi didn't have a major form of AT. Now he has a Jackson. Now that's a little different. Speaking of the Jackson, immediately pushes back the Panzer IV after it tried to help in mid.
Yeah.
Does
And
miss,
yes,
though.
those games are live. Oh boy. It's really tight. I would give advantage as well for Major Kusanagi.
Again,
And I think he has a good advantage,
Yeah.
but everything can happen. Like we saw in the last game. We thought the game was over, and then it went back and forth 3 times, 4 times.
What? I mean,
Before
like
the game was
15,
actually over.
15 minutes ago, it looked like Major Kusanagi was going to lose just because of the double Panzer IV, but then we saw what happened. So
Yeah.
honestly, you just need a good play or a good like maneuver, and you can absolutely change things. There's never a bad time to turn the tide if you can play or
Yeah.
do something right.
I
Unfortunately,
think
right now,
Cien is doing a mistake upgrading the Volks with STGs. He needs the ammo on the back for the planes. Just
Yeah,
as
he does.
a fall-proof switch there. If something went... Yeah, he cancels the STGs.
is he diving with the Panther?
What are you doing? Planes have been used. He's falling back. Should be fine. Ooh.
Jackson might finish him off. Oh,
Nope.
so low.
Everyone is running. The bite of the Luftwaffe is showing up.
Almost kills a rifleman with those strafes rather than hitting the armor. But honestly, the armor's gone.
They're almost off the field.
Yeah.
Cien has a vet for Storm Pioneer, so repair won't take too long. And if Cien is able to maintain somewhat of a control of one corner of the map, he can play slowly into King Tiger. He has all 3 tanks down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think he has time for a king with his manpower losses. I think he would need to go for another Panther.
He needs to make happens really fast. Like, being triple capped does make
No.
things easier.
That's what I mean. Like, he's triple capped. He won't have time. He'll be dead before he gets enough fuel for the king.
Yeah, he needs to control one corner and be able to contest the middle VP, then maybe. But right now, it's not looking like that. Meanwhile, Major Kusanagi has enough ammo or fuel rather in the bank.
He loses a Pershing. Don't worry, the American industry will get me more.
A fun fact, the Pershing nearly didn't come to effect in the European theater of war because the ammo got shipped to the Pacific theater of war. Meanwhile, the Pershings itself were shipped to Europe.
Why am I not surprised? There was yeah, because there was a island that was called like a town in Massachusetts that got shipped a bunch of ammo for a bunch of Marines. And they're like, "Where's all of our stuff?" Oh, it's across the U.S.
We have the we have the Jackson hunting with the vulnerability. Look at the damage.
Absolutely.
Raketen gets the crude. I think that's a dead Panther. He can't
Yeah.
run.
He's trying to limp away. Does bounce. Oh my God.
Wow.
He's so Panzer IV going in for the
Before
dive.
going in, but gets snared. Sacrifices himself. Before goes down.
And now they're gonna finish off the Panther.
Went down. And it's game. And here we go. The end drops.
Oh well. GG. Good game.
Yeah. Let's speed up till CN actually drops because he slashed alt. And now it's 2-1 for Major Kusanagi.
No, solid again. Solid play by CreativeName. He was in the lead in this game. All right, he had clear advantage in infantry and armor, and then a mine and a ballsy Stewart just crippled his offensive.
The problem is he knew the mine was there.
Yep.
He knew it, which makes it even worse in my opinion.
Yep. Hey, it's a problem for tomorrow. I'm sure it won't
Yeah.
come to bite us in the ass later. Oh wait.
So yeah,
But
that was a good game 3.
yeah, solid
I
game. I'm
liked
glad
it.
to see the Pershing. And great job by MajorKusaetNogi, 47 kills, about 10k was his best unit with rifleman and damage. Volksquad's right behind, actually got more kills with 57 kills, though lost all of them. And
Yeah.
yep.
It was a really good game. I really liked it.
Yeah,
I like that Major Kusanagi plays a bit different. Like, he plays like meta build orders, but his doctrine picks are not always meta. Like, he has a refined idea what he wants from a doctrine, why he picks it,
Yep.
and it works out just perfectly. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, and I understand like in that doctrine where it's like you would expect him, right, to pick something else, but he picked a doctrine that had a good armored unit. We never saw rangers or him use smoke, which was actually concerning. But we did see him, I think, place a couple mines. We saw him definitely with the Pershing change the game. So overall, solid effort, solid use of the armor, and it really paid off against the the Panther, and also the Panzer IV, and also a good infantry killer.
Can CN pull something off? Or will Major Kusanagi prevail in the end with a really impressive game number 1 and game number 3? Or will CN be dominant as he was in game number 2 and was winning in the end?
What was CreativeName dominant in game number 2? What I mean, like
He won in the end.
He won, but like
He won.
look, if there was something dominant, it involves a Puma. That's what was dominant. The EZ8s were like the Soviet army. Just send armor eventually and they'll win.
Yeah. Winning due sheer brute force, but how it looks like Major Kusanagi is not giving up on the Puma. Look
you're
what
not wrong.
he picked.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's austere and he still has it. Oh no.
He picked mobile defense. You know what does it give me? Meta flashbacks to GCS1.
Yeah, but okay, maybe I'm outside the meta. Isn't mobile defense now considered like a really not great doctrine?
I didn't saw it a single time since the nerf.
Okay, so yeah,
it's a long time ago that it got nerfed.
Yeah, so again, Major Kusanagi continuing the off-meta picks in terms of commanders, unless I'm mistaken. CN, it's funny I mentioned the Red Army, because that's what he went. He went Soviet. And he has Lend-Lease, he has airborne troops, he has Guard Mortar. So he has a good selection. There's a lot of solid choices there for doctrines that we've seen a few times before.
By the way, no MG42 from Major Kusanagi. That's interesting. Meanwhile, CN is not opening with a second engineer, which strongly indicates airborne troops build order. Because that's the build order we want to get four conscripts on the field.
Look, I have changed my tune on the airborne stuff because the airborne troops or and also the assault guards I really enjoy. They are very powerful if used correctly.
Yeah, they're really strong, but like I said, they don't fit really into the commander. Like, theme-wise, yes, but you already have a really strong infantry upgrade. Why should you get airborne guards then? It doesn't make sense from a gameplay point of perspective.
I just see it as like a Volksquad to Obersoldaten. Like, you get it just as a stronger long-range unit, right? And even without the upgrade, their base rifles are still pretty tough. And also, I like the ability of theirs to deploy behind in buildings, so you can easily deploy it, help out key engagement, then upgrade them or ambush with PPSHs.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have a fierce battle going on for a long time already on the fuel on the bottom side. Major Kusanagi is really thrown everything into the meat grinder there to gain control over the fuel point.
Which is funny, because he's the austere. Right now, the Soviets are just chilling out, keeping their men just constantly firing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Major Kusanagi finally gave up, is retreating there.
Yeah, so it looks like CN will successfully take the south. Middle might go to Major, but we'll see how long that lasts as the conscripts take.
And we have the first ability use. Counterattack. You kept points faster.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Okay. Can quickly head north, grab the grab all the points. Hopefully not die to mines.
It's not the P4J, it's the command P4 which you get to the doctrine. Keep in mind that.
We have been
Oh man,
granted
I'm really hyped
access
for
to
the game,
every
not gonna lie.
arms and soldiers.
I am very
I'm
curious to see
secretly rooting for Major Kusanagi, which tells a lot because Major Sian is a good friend of mine in the community, so it already tells something that when I'm rooting for Major Kusanagi. But I freaking love his
the pick so far.
doctrine picks and everything.
So it's creative name. This is that's a line you can use for your suit against Olvadi and myself. That we are biased. No. In any capacity, we are seeing actually Major push up more Grenadiers. He has 4 squads in mid right now as he slowly upgrades to a tier 2 building. That being said,
Yeah.
Crave Name's gonna need to pull back to reorganize.
Yeah, but it's now trying to go for the side of CN there to decap the few. We have CN going for guard motor, so not going for the airborne troop build order. That's interesting. He played a 4 conscript build order. Normally, nowadays, you only see it with airborne troops being picked. So that's interesting.
Yeah, but now he has guards. He doesn't have enough munitions to upgrade them, but at the very least, he'll have an AT unit, right, to kind of combat armor.
Yeah. By the way, MG42 in the way. Major Kusanagi had a little bit of manpower in the bank and couldn't afford the Tier 2, so he's going instead for the MG42, which is nice to see. Once the MG42 is on the field, we'll probably be able to afford the 222, unless he reinforces his grenadiers in his base.
We now have access to additional battlefield options.
No, it's one of those situations where, yeah, you definitely, especially if the enemy has no support equipment, they have just infantry. MG42 solid, just holding off key territory bits to make sure they're under his control. And, again, also help against blobs, because we saw a huge portion of those conscripts together, along with the grenadiers as well, so it could be the same thing for creative name. But 222 is en route. Yep.
And meanwhile, Major Kusanagi slowly reinforcing the grenadiers in his base.
Slowly but surely, I would say he needs a medical facility sooner rather than later to try to heal, but he just doesn't have manpower or munitions for that right now. But
meanwhile, Tien pushed Kusanagi off the field on the bottom side.
Yeah, so he'll have double fuel, it looks like. Which again, if he's rushing for 85s, we've seen it win games.
I don't think he will rush the 85. He will rather go for
a T70.
T70 is such a strong unit. You don't want to skip it.
No, sorry, let me rephrase. He'll have the ability to get all the armor he wants. That's probably the better way to describe it, as long as he holds double fuel.
Really interesting to see what Xian will do. He has still no tech in his base, getting 18 nades now. So he's not in the rush to tech up. We rather want to have the tools to fight off the 222. First MG42 is out, by the way, on the Grenadiers. Do we have heal? Nope.
Yeah, I will say it is curious that CreativeName hasn't upped his base. But also, you're right, he didn't also go for the airborne troops, where you would, that's fine. You go for the cheaper building and then you just deploy Dushka for the MG or, what have you.
Yeah.
But
and here we go. Counter-attack has been used again for the fast capping. Keep in mind, I think it doesn't neutralize faster as well.
It's going at a good pace.
Oh man, I liked it.
It's capping territory incredibly fast, which, even though CreativeName had a good chunk of the map under his control, so quickly it changes.
It's changing so quickly, yeah.
Yeah. Like, every single point now, every fuel point's now under
everything is
control.
red at the moment.
Yep. Conscripts are coming in, but nice position of the MG pushes back them as they try to come in.
Are securing our territory.
And look at the fueling cup for Major Kusanagi.
45.
45 fuel. That will be a P4 which won't take that long.
Hold on. We about to see a dead Grenadier? Oh, we were close to.
Nah, that
Grenadier.
should be fine. Yes.
Well, I find... Oh my god, 73 munitions per turn.
Well, you will get the weapon upgrade fast.
Yeah. Ah. You get an MG42, and you get an
And you
MG42.
get MG42. Everyone gets fucking MG42. Ah. Sadly, the light only really works with the SDGs.
Still, the point is, MajorKusaetNogi has a good amount of leverage. He has plenty of fuel, so he can take his time. He has a good army that now he can upgrade. He has a decent amount of manpower because he didn't lose a lot in those engagements, so he can build up his base or get a mortar.
Water on the field for MajorKusaetNogi. Yeah, that's the first unit choice, which I don't agree with, because against mobile units, the mortar doesn't make much sense in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see it on this, man, especially because everything's so, like, scattered. It's not really congested in its main points. But still, the thing about it, I would say, is if he's trying to make sure that the enemy, just in case it deploys an MG or has some type of equipment like a Zis gun, which may be a possibility as we get further and further into this game, the mortar could be used to direct target it or smoke it or just cause havoc.
Yeah. Again, slowly trying to creep back on the map, but it will take some time. And MajorKusaetNogi taking up for tier 3. Meanwhile, T70 now in the queue.
Oh my god! If he does he know? Does he remember? Does he know about the Puma?
Yeah, the Puma is an option now. It got unlocked, but needs to be built first, though, right?
Yeah. It's, again, 270-70, so it's going to be a minute, but MajorKusaetNogi can just say, you know what, I'm going for the Puma. And maybe it's us looking at nostalgia, but I really want a Puma.
And that was once a Pioneer. MajorKusaetNogi not on point, they're losing the Pioneer on the viewpoint. Taking the grenade to his face. First misplay, I would say, from MajorKusaetNogi.
Yep. Alright, here's the thing. He could get the Pioneer Squad, or he could get the Puma. But it looks like he's getting he's getting the Pioneer Squad,
Minute
which...
10, you don't expect the Puma, T70 that late into the game.
Yeah.
Normally, you would expect... the enemy is now going for tier 4, the window of opportunity is closed, but the T70 reveals itself. And let's see what MajorKusaetNogi will do next. Will he queue a Puma? Or Puma? Puma. We are pronouncing it properly in German.
Excuse me, if anyone pronounces stuff wrong, that would be the guy who said for a long time, hey guys, look, the Kerbal wagon.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
But no, 222 is getting healed up. Grenadier's getting reinforced. Again, slowly coming back up. And right now, CN using that time to lock down territory. Trying to put down cover where possible. It's still pretty close in the VP. Again, MajorKusaetNogi has a 50-point lead. But he's preparing himself. We got mines going down now. And minesweepers, so that's good. He upped it just in case.
Yeah. MajorKusaetNogi is trying to grab the ammo at viewpoint. Do you think MajorKusaetNogi will try to play it before? He's not that far off, right?
I mean...
Like fuel-wise? Manpower-wise a little bit, but like, if you would save up for the manpower for an AT gun, he would have the fuel for a P4 as well. He just needs to be careful at the moment there, not to lose too much manpower.
Look, if he wants to appease the crowds that adore the Puma, he'll go Puma. If he wants to, you know, be better overall, it would make a little more sense for him to go Panzer IV with the amount of infantry on the field. Like, that's the rational choice. And that's exactly what he's doing.
I just can't imagine that MajorKusaetNogi picked the Doctrine solely for counterattack.
Yeah, I
mean, it's a little bit weird.
Might be weird, but that's his decision, and he made it, and so far it's been a pretty good one overall. But again, right now we're seeing CreativeName easily taking over more and more of the map. more predominantly in holding it for that matter. So
And no, two gets away. Interesting.
don't say it just yet. 85 coming on in. Panzer IV moving south to try to stop him while oh no, he hasn't activated armor piercing rounds. Pack on
Boy
top
has
to
to get
deploy.
away. Tech will hit the field any second. But MajorKusaetNogi didn't lost anything.
No, he
might
pulled
lose the
back.
mortar.
He pulled back pretty efficiently.
Yeah.
And that's probably, like, look, you can beat an enemy army. That's great. That's wonderful. If you don't kill anything, the army that you beat is just going to come back. Like, that's why it's so important to kill a unit when you do have that decisive win. Because otherwise, you're taking land, but he could easily push back with the amount of men.
Meanwhile, I would say still MajorKusaetNogi struggles at the moment, but once the AT gun will get into position and the other tools as well, he should be fine.
Yeah.
Unless he makes any major misplays.
Like, yeah, right now, his army size is equal to CN. And CN is not like in a situation where it's like, oh, I can pump out 2 more T-34s. No. He
MajorKusaetNogi is close to getting a second P4.
But yeah, MajorKusaetNogi is close to getting a Puma, which I'm hoping, or a, you know, something else. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright, Greyshot destroying the cover, forcing the conscripts back.
We have a defensive telemine there from MajorKusaetNogi on the top side next to the cutoff. That's nice to see.
Yeah, again, I do like when players are like, okay, what happens if they chase me back to base? And they have an answer for it, whether a squad there that they quickly move to, or mines, or something. So, glad to see it.
Yeah. One
But
LMG
again-
though is missing. And that's something you want to change earlier than later.
Yeah, we also...
T-34 coming around the corner, but both tanks are missing there.
We also, weirdly enough, have a Zis gun that's, well, trying to get in position, but unfortunately Grenadiers are keeping it back. It's lost already a couple models.
Yeah. Are we going to see a 120mm mortar from CN? In game number 1, MajorKusaetNogi's 120mm mortar basically carried him the game, right? The amount of indirect fire he was able to inflict was really, really good. Stuck on the way from MajorKusaetNogi.
I saw that. I was in disbelief. Alright. Stu,
The
get
Dane
in.
shoots will save the day.
Sure, let's go with that. Grenadiers are trying to push up. T-70 stops him from taking out the Zis 3.
Although has to fall back and getting repaired.
T-34 pushes back the Grenadier squad. Panzer IV in a rough state. Hopefully with the secondary armor, it's able to help against the 85. But the 85 is about to receive another one. Like, I'm assuming CreativeName is about to deploy the second T-3045.
Yeah. 85 though a little bit cocky there. Might get the second shot in from the AT gun. Book might go for the chase. Let's see what will happen. MG42 gets overrun though. Mortar has to go home. AT gun is still out of position. No
3
support
conscripts.
whatsoever.
They're going to pick off the
Before
MG if they focus.
MG gets picked off. AT gun has given up on life, how it looks like. And
He's taking all of it.
he's merging it to the AT gun to ensure to get it. I think the MG42 is stolen, but the AT gun will get away. Or won't get away, rather.
Yep. By the way, just double checking. Do you see that T-70? Is there anything weird on it? On your screen?
What? Nah, it's just a normal T-70.
Alright, in my screen, there's a man just stuck in it, just protruding out very long.
I
So
see.
guess he's along for the ride. Meanwhile, guard troops moving into decent cover, trying to put pressure on the Stu. Gets the Pack 40, pushes back the T-70. But no, T-70's trying to pick off the Grenadiers. Doing what he
Can
can.
going off, but gets dodged. Major Kusanagi needs ammo fuel control. He's doing okayish. Because I have the feeling next is also one of those maps which has more resource points. I'm not sure, I only know that the boat crossroads. But
Yeah.
that's a White Flash map as well, and White Flash loves to have a little bit more resources on the map. So I assume the same thing for... I have a brain lag for Nexus.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I will say, Major doing that counterattack tactics. So maybe that's what caused it. You immediately saw it. You didn't know it, but yeah, he's quickly grabbing all the pieces of territory across the map. And
Yeah.
real quick chat, all the conscripts are up to 7-man squad, so the Grenadiers are really going to be in a tough fight.
Oh, that'd be a wonderful rifle mate there.
4 models down. It is a great shot. But here comes the swarm of armor. Is he diving in?
Ah, way too risky. There could be teller mines. Why did he put the... Ah, I thought the mortars on counter barrage and I was confused for a moment there.
Yeah, and right now, again, it's just unfortunate to say Major Kusanagi has a Stug and a Panzer IV versus 2 T-30-45s. Plus the T-70's buying recon, so anytime they engage, it's like, oh, there's a Stug waiting for us.
And the second Dynanimation is on the way.
Alright.
Will be interesting.
Yeah,
I still don't understand the water trade. That was the most weird thing that I ever saw in the whole game.
yeah, it's Vet 2 right now, but only has 4 kills, so it's not...
Yeah, and there's no
So-
dead.
AT fire either hits terrain or something else. T-30-45 gets away, only 33% health removed. Another 85 moving on in. Again, all the armor is grouped up.
Yeah, Major Kusanagi is really boxed in, and Yen is just throwing bullets after bullets into the meat grinder.
It's like, just keep
And Major-
whatever we got, fire in that general direction, and it should work.
Exactly. One
Again-
conscript might go down for Cien, if he's unlucky there. Second,
Yeah.
Dynanimation on the field.
He lives, and right now that Stug's walking into an 85.
Alright. And misses the returning fire.
And he has 1 Pioneer to heal 4 vehicles. Yeah, and we're looking at all the fuel and all the VPs under CN's control.
And now it completely blew. 50 minutes ago, everything was red, and now everything is blue. And
Yeah.
the problem is, 4 vehicles standing there and waiting for repair, and only 1 Pioneer squad. That will take some really long time.
Territory secured. We have a full complement.
Yeah, right now it's just one of those unfortunate things where it's like he needs to decisively take out the armor, right? He needs to do a big attack and neutralize the armor, but there's enough infantry by CreativeName. The T-70 is bringing enough recon. I don't think he can achieve that element of surprise.
Not looking. I don't know what Major Kusanagi can do. He's so far behind. He's boxed in for so long, being triple cap with only 100 VPs remaining. I think we're going to see an ace game.
I do indeed. Unless Major Kusanagi pulls out another, like, trick out of the hat. He needs something. He honestly needs something. Ziskan moving up, though, is going to be in range of all the armor. Starts putting pressure on the Panzer IV. Guard troops as well. Panzer IV down from a good AT shot. That boxed in statement you made is perfect in this instance. He's absolutely being boxed in.
T-34 is coming in. Watchdog gets picked off. AT gun. It's not the cruise. 185 might go down, but what I think CN doesn't care about that much anymore. P4 also went down. AT gun gets recruit. Second 85 will go in and finish the job there.
Artillery coming in. Right on. Yep, it's too much. They can't recruit the pack gun.
We are
The
losing
8
sector.
Stuck went even down. Both 85s got away.
And one decisive
and Major
blow.
Kusaetnogi throws in the towel.
He just couldn't break out of the pocket. He was stuck in that bubble and he couldn't
What
get
went
out.
wrong? Like 10 minutes ago, when he were using a counterattack and the whole map was red, I was thinking, yeah, that will be a hard time for CN to come back. But the minute 10, T70 was turning point.
Well, I will have to say the main issue was, all right, and I'm being 100% honest, it is honestly the no Puma. He should have got a no. It's tough. It's
He should
really,
have picked a different option, maybe. Like the
Yeah.
general idea was good, but he was never able to get the much needed resource advantage that he thought he would get there.
He tried. He gave it his best shot, honestly. But it's just he didn't have that many abilities he could use, honestly, to combat the 85 or the infantry. And CreativeName was like, just for the most part, he lost a unit here or there, a conscript squad, one engineer. But overall, he kept his units alive, kicking, and very effective against the Grenadiers and keeping them in a good fight. The Grenadiers did relatively well, but they just weren't able to, like, take advantage.
Yeah. It just was falling apart little bit by little bit.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think the strategy would work if the P4 had arrived so much earlier than the 85 would have done. Then he would have, he would have time to close the gap, get the AT gun next, and then we'll be able to get even on the map control and then play on from there. But the 85 hit it at the moment where the P4 was on the field, and after that, MajorKusaetNogi was just throwing more and more manpower, and the meat grinder wasn't really able to get the tools that he needed, and meanwhile, CN was just pulling ahead. So yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead first.
Someone mentioned a Panther. I don't think that would have worked because he needed something out sooner. If he didn't get the Panzer IV out at the time he did, he probably would have been in a worse state because him saving up for a Panther would have kept that 85, probably dominant for way longer, which would have put him even in a worse state. So, no, I don't think a Panther is the right option.
Yeah. So, guys, don't run away. We have an ace game coming up, and after the ace game, we have the winner of this set play against Isildur to see who will be the opponent next week against Kimbo. Will the god recover after his great loss? Or will this the first tournament where Isildur doesn't finish top 1? Guys, we are ready for the ace game. Are you hyped?
I am truly hyped, honestly, Olvadi. I cannot wait.
Yeah, that will be a great ace game here on Emily Field, which the players decided to play as the ace game. We have MajorKusaetNogi as Soviets with airborne troops, Lend-Lease tactics, and guard motor coordination tactics. What does CN field?
CN has Jaeger Infantry Doctrine, Blitzkrieg Doctrine, and Assault Support Doctrine. So we've seen him go a lot of these before. Actually, the same pick. Last time I believe he picked Blitzkrieg Doctrine, and I don't think that helped him prevail. But hey, second time's the charm, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 2 times the charm. If you saw the game CN against Asha, CN showed a really dominant game on Emily Fields. So let's see if we're going to see this again. That's not Emily Field. That's Mill Roads. I'm sorry, I always mix up both maps. That's Mill Roads.
There's like 10 maps. It's like, what map was that again? So the fact you got remembered it at all, I'm astonished. I'm actually dumbfounded at.
Yeah.
But Grenadiers engaging the engineers in mid, pick off one model and force them back behind the well. But they did manage to capture the VP, which was starting to put the pressure on CN. CN then moving his MG and Grenadiers up north along with his other Pioneer.
And CN does exactly the same thing which he did against Asher immediately going for the enemy fuel point there. Instead of playing safe on his side, he's really aggressive with his first units there. And is pushing towards Major Kusanagi's side.
Yeah, but weirdly enough, that's not where Major Kusanagi went. Major Kusanagi's main force is down south, at least with the double conscripts. He has one small, engineer squad that'll just pop shots, but it's not going to change the tide.
Ah, I see. Major Kusanagi found the hidden medical crate there, which is on the map.
Nice.
Which don't many players know, but on top of the shed there's a hidden medical crate.
Oh, really? That's fun.
Yeah. Which you can pick up.
It's like, all right, I'm just grabbing it before anyone else does. Can't let the enemy take it.
I think literally nobody knows that. Probably now everyone knows that because it happened during the cast.
Congrats, everyone. The secret's out.
The secret has been revealed.
Speaking of which, the MG42 is about to unload upon the conscript, but luckily conscript realizes, pulls back behind this small little shack. Conscript's still grabbing the southern capture points. While they maybe not have a fuel point, they still have a good amount of resources coming on in just based on all the capture points.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Yen trying to dig down a little bit on the enemy fuel point to deny it. Maybe a few seconds of double fuel will be really helpful. Major Kusanagi, by the way, picking Guard Motor again. So pretty much standard by him.
Yep. Right now, again, you have to... I'm actually surprised he managed to grab that munition point. I figured that would have been stopped. MG trying to stop the conscripts, but has been unable to really suppress any unit this game. They just keep walking out of its range.
Yeah.
Which is funny to see, is Major just hanging every other way. Major does defeat the Grenadier squad down south, so he will grab the fuel closest to CN's base.
Yeah, meanwhile, CN is decapping the cutoff, so even though Major Kusanagi will cap his own fuel, it will be cut off. So the double fuel will be delayed, maybe even denied. It depends now how well CN can launch an assault on his own fuel point.
And that comes down to how he deals with this MG. Yeah, he immediately retreats before being suppressed, and the other conscript squad pulls back to heavy cover behind the tank. Conscript and engineer squad with the flamethrower movement on the Grenadier. It's gonna need to pull back. It can't survive that much firepower.
Yeah, but MG42 is now getting into position. Will set up right away, probably.
And I don't think he sees it.
Will it get off one volley? Nope. Conscript hides behind cover.
5 minutes in this game, and so far the MG's
and MG
like...
probably didn't shot a single round, right?
It fired like a couple rounds, but that's about it.
Normally, Major Kusanagi is doing a really good job there, avoiding the MG42. Early Molotovs has been tagged.
And now he's pushing in on it when it's out position. Very nice. Wait, Grenadier squad very low. Flamethrower pushes it down.
But Conscript also really low. MG42 now going back into the position.
And even though Major Kusanagi's been playing very, well and doing a lot of smart tactics, he's just been he has been able to really up his total units. So there's 4 Grenadiers, and they've just, along with that MG, they've just been swarming the map.
Yeah. We have the guard on the field now. Meanwhile, Major Kusanagi still struggles to gain control over his own fuel point. Will take some time till the T-70 will hit.
Yeah. T-70 tech, a bad idea, but you need that fuel, and right now, it's a battle to just keep those resources coming on in. MG again, unable to suppress any units, but now we have guard troops, and actually, Major Kusanagi saved up to where he is getting the double DPs with them.
Yeah. And I was lost in the fort there, sorry. We have heal in the field from CN. Tier 2 is coming up. It will be a late 2-2, but should be fine there. If CN decides to go for 1.
No, it's there he goes. He gets it. Again, you need to worry about all the T grenades, the PKRS rifles, the guard troops have. There's a lot of factors he needs to watch out for.
Well, MajorKusaetNogi could pick up next with when the Pioneers in base, but he's still a little bit off from the T70, so
Yep.
is doing a good job there, denying the resource income there.
Yeah, but
as
CN
best
unfortunately
as possible.
hits the tripwire mine, reveals it, and now Molotov's gonna be thrown in his face.
Yeah,
Possibly
and the Grenadier has to go home.
You know,
Guards
you don't want to
coming
burn
into
to death.
Being burned to crisps probably not the most enjoyable death.
Yep.
You could imagine. Meanwhile, MajorKusaetNogi is trying to launch an attack on the fuel from CN, but CN already in position. And could be a one engagement. Not 100% certain who will win it, but I would give CN the edge there in this engagement.
Yeah, right now CN looks like he's pushing north with that 222, and the guard troops are also pushed back by the Grenadier squad with the MG42.
I think they're falling back into position against the 222, but 222 is pushing them around and forces the guard squad off the map.
Yeah. And right now, the engagement Major was losing on the far right, so he's going to withdraw his men.
We have an AT gun on the way from CN. He's expected the T70. T70 is theoretically an option once the 20 more manpower is in the bank.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
And let's see. He has the resources for it now if he will queue it up. And here we go. T70 is in the queue.
But CreativeName's like, I know what you're doing, Major. Pack 40 about to deploy.
Well,
So-
not gonna lie, the build orders are pretty optimized on the game, which is now 6 or 7 years old. I don't know exactly. I think 7 years
8 years old.
8 years even. So Austria and Soviet build order are pretty much optimized. I would say till the minute 15.
Chat,
But
tell me wrong. 2013 is what I recall, because wasn't the beta in 2012?
I can't remember that much. I know I bought it on release, but I also know I wasn't able to play the game on release because it crashed all the time. And then I stopped playing it because I was really frustrated.
Oh, no, I remember the beta. I'm like, yeah, this seems fine. And then it wasn't until Call of Duty Man started playing on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this looks fun. That's what got me in the co. Oh, what's gonna unfortunately get those Grenadier squad covered though is a nice flamethrower conscript combo.
The end should go home there. Definitely also saying good day, sir. How are you doing? Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Hold on, Pack 40 setting up. Yeah, he's trying to hide behind the house.
But T70 getting some rear armor shots from the 222. 222 is committing how it looks like. There's nothing to cover. I think the 222 would win if CN is committing. Why is CN not committing?
It looks like Major's
That's
trying
a
to.
lost opportunity.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to play it safe and once again strangle the enemy rather than going for a decisive
Enemy
defeat.
forces are securing our territory.
He's already done it once with Major. Why not try again? The problem is, unlike last time, he doesn't have a major armor to back it up. Although he's getting close.
MajorKusaetNogi doesn't have any major ammo to back him up.
No, sorry. No, CreativeName. Creative.
Yeah, I know. I just want to. I think we will hear that if MajorKusaetNogi will play more tournaments in the long run, I think that will be a pun which we will hear rather often.
But no, right now, again, you have infantry trying to hit the flanks, but 222's covering pretty well with the Pioneer.
Yeah, and MG42 also in a decent position.
Hold on, maybe not. Guard troops, if they can focus on it, might be able to uproot it.
MG42 still sitting up though, should be in position. T70 coming forward, but Peck is already in position, gets one shot in. MG42
Needs to move! I think T70's dead. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But now we can get back to the action and see a 222 be buttoned.
And that might be a 222. We see again Blitzkrieg being picked for oh shit, I got on plate smoke. T70 might be though in the hassle though.
Pack
One more
hits
shot
it.
needed, but should get away.
Looks like 222 should be secure behind the MG. And I did not see the choice, but good job on Major getting another guard troops. Again, that really helps clear the way and make sure the 222 can't push in and be
Yeah,
all that
before the
effective.
Q though.
Yeah.
So, and the P4 will hit hard, especially since Major is not even close for his 85.
He's not close to
Which
his
really
85, yeah. And
Which
he's
really
also
tells the
no AT.
story that CN is ahead.
Once again, yeah, CreativeName is ahead, and usually Major needs to do a risky maneuver in order to really turn it, or CreativeName needs to hit a mine, or do something that would be very, very aggressive. See what happens.
This got
Speaking of
away
being-
from MajorKusaetNogi. He's expecting the P4, which makes sense. 222 will get snared, but
Nice little ambush right there by the conscripts. T70 trying to
but
help.
doesn't really matter. Like the 222 will get away easily.
You sure about that?
Oh,
T70 moving on in.
FC's might coming in, but 18 is not that far off, and the Grenadier is shielding it. I don't think it will go down.
All right, then T70 will go north. Patkin's in a different position. Problem is that Panzer IV rolling on it.
Yeah.
That would be a great push if the T70 did it.
Oh, P4 gets buttoned, but smokes to break the button, and T70 will go down for sure. There's nothing to stop the P4.
Securing our territory.
One more shot, here we go. This gun sets up, but it doesn't matter that much. Meanwhile, we have a wonderful rifle nade nearly wiping the guard. Will the P4 go for the finishing blow there? Nope.
I don't know, but Panzer IV is almost at, what, 20% health left?
Yeah, it's really low, but should be fine. The AT gun is way too far off. The guard's getting some heavy beating.
Yeah, but it looks like down south the Grenadiers won. They have mid now. AT guns in position. Major may have lost the T70, and that's a huge tactical victory for CN, but strategically he's regained a decent amount of territory.
Yeah, but I think it will now shift in the next 5 minutes. Sniper, by the way, from CN, which got cancelled earlier, not getting on the field. And I think the sniper will, like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan against Soviets. But if you're already on the edge with manpower, the sniper will definitely hurt you.
Absolutely.
And let's see what MajorKusaetNogi will do, especially since Soviets don't have an easy way to counter-snipe. You need to backtick to tier 1. And
His best shot to kill that Panzer IV is to button it, have both guards fire, and hit it with the Zis, or maybe AT grenade. Something like that to make sure they can snare it. Because Panzer IV can easily go down if that AT gun's in a good range.
yeah, but keep in mind, button gets cancelled once the line of sight gets broken, which happens with
Smoke.
the smoke.
Yep. I mean, yeah, that's why an AT grenade would be needed, or that way you can direct fire through it and he can't exactly escape. But here comes the Panzer IV. Conscripts in cover, so they'll be able to take the shots while the Zis gun gets in range to fire.
Yeah, P4 gets a shot into the flank from the Zis gun. It's falling back now. Sniper now showing itself. Get already 2 kills. Getting the third kill.
Zis gun being a conscripts going in for an AT grenade. Zis gun firing. Oh no, just out of range.
Molotov on the MG. MG's retreating, but got suppressed death also going home. Yeah, that 2-2-2 is nice to have, right?
Wait, where are the conscripts? I see 2 conscripts back at base. They could have come up sooner. Zis gun's going to be obliterated now.
Oh, this gun will go low.
He needed those conscripts to cover. The Grenadiers just walked on in and mowed him down.
Yeah.
And now that it's an issue where that Panzer IV can just keep bleeding away manpower. And the same thing with the sniper. And the 222 as well can make sure they don't like sneak around.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm
MajorKusaetNogi overinvested with the second guard, I'm not sure. But it's looking really, really grim.
It has looked grim for him before. I will say
Yeah,
that.
but it's not looking even darker, I would say. The T70 is dead, he lost the AT gun. He will get the 85 next.
But we're also seeing another Panzer IV.
I think this, but I have to say, that's probably the trademark map of CN. Every time I watched CN play on this map, it was really, really good by him. He just knows how to play the early game and where to set squads in the early game that it fucks over your build order so much that your whole plan falls or breaks. And it kind of happened again to MajorKusaetNogi.
Hold on.
As previously to Asha and so on.
Yeah. Look, and MajorKusaetNogi might be down, but like I said, I don't think he's out just yet. Give it.
Second before it hits the field.
Let's see how he uses the 85, because the 85, yes, against 2 Panzer IVs, it's not great, but it's with guards and other things, I think he has a better shot than not.
Yeah, definitely. The 85 can fight off. Double P4 is maybe too much, but once MajorKusaetNogi can stall long enough for an AT gun, he should be fine. But the problem which I see at the moment is just that MajorKusaetNogi can't take any infantry fights and the AT gun in combination, which misses the first shot.
Bounces the second.
Yeah.
Ready for panzer busting.
And the 85 now will get snapped probably when the Grenadier gets into range. And
you sure about that?
Yes, here we go. Snare will go off. But no chase coming in.
No, he's close enough to the base, especially with all the infantry. I think he's relatively fine.
Yeah.
Panzer IV actually on the right gets taken out pretty well. It's down to half health and snared.
Second engineers, by the way, on the way. MajorKusaetNogi is now trying to grab the few point there.
A sniper moving in as well, but also double grenadier, so I don't think he can dive the sniper without risking his conscript squad.
Yeah, sniper is definitely an annoying problem there for MajorKusaetNogi. At the moment only with 6 killed, but once the sniper hits more veterancy and gets more vision and more rate of fire, it will be definitely a problem there.
Hold on, Panzer IV backing on up right into a conscript with an AT grenade.
Yeah.
85 is moving on in. Pack gun's out of
AT gun
position.
is not in position. AT gun will get off one shot. Second P4 is probably coming in. Yes, here we go. CN is trying to scavenge the situation. A nice attack on ground, and that's a dead P4.
Rear armor, come on.
Here we go. P4 gets picked off.
Smoke would protect, I would assume protect it from another shot from the pack, but still made it through.
And 85 gets a shot again in against the P4. AT gun is not in the particularly well position.
Hold on, 85 could pick.
85 might go down. P4 might go down. 85 is not going for the chase though. Falling back. And suddenly it looks way better for MajorKusaetNogi.
And you doubted me. And you're like, well, look, Greyshot, I'm not entirely sure. It's 2 Panzer IVs. MajorKusaetNogi does best when he is outnumbered and outgunned. Typically, he does better. I don't know why, but he typically does.
Yeah, yeah. Katyusha on the way from MajorKusaetNogi. Wants to get rid of the support teams.
All right, the only problem right now is the fact that CN still has map control. He's 2 VPs over 1. So
yeah, but the VPs are still pretty close. CN is leading with roughly 100 VPs, that's true, but that can change really quickly, right? We saw it a lot.
I agree, and that 85 has been on point. It's pushing back the infantry. Guard troops are in mid, taking it. And, weirdly enough, but I do like the decision based on how much CN likes to keep his support close. Getting Katyusha.
Yeah. A little bit risky. Because still not having an AT gun, that can really backfire.
Plus the 222 could dive it.
By the way, I'm not sure if we ever having seen any guards. Look at the models of the guard squad.
Wait, are they... Are they all conscripts?
Yeah, they got merged. There's
Oh my
literally
God.
only one guard remaining.
That's
The other
pretty
ones
funny.
are force recruited conscripts. Katyusha's coming in. MG gets forced off.
Pack-Gun takes some damage, but relatively fine, all things considered. Just needs a med pack. But that opens the way for the infantry to roll on in.
Yeah.
Problem right now is that T-3045 needs repairs. Luckily, it has double engineers on it, so
again
it'll
on
be
the
pretty
field.
quick. Oh, Pioneer goes down in mid! Guard troops pick it off.
Nice. Guards.
All right.
I think that's fitting.
So chat, why that's a big deal is right now that leaves one Pioneer to heal 3 vehicles. And we saw well Major did with that whole situation.
In last game.
Yep.
But I still feel MajorKusaetNogi needs an AT gun
Wait,
fast.
are we about to see another Dead Panzer IV up north?
Ah, that's way too risky, right? He
And if he kills the pack with the guards, maybe not. Oh no, pack gun hides behind a fence.
Yeah. Guards have to run. Why are you imagine against the guard if you run too late? And here we go, gets picked off. The guard script bites the dust.
That's 100% true. But 85 still doing pretty well. Almost picks off the Grenadier.
Yeah.
Guards behind enemy lines almost killed the 222.
Yeah.
They're going for the
Guard,
decap right
guard
now.
script's going for the cutoff there.
The territory is out of contact.
It's a Major, yeah, forcing the Grenadiers into south back, grabbing the VPs.
Yeah. Triple kept running in favor of MajorKusaetNogi soon. And that will equalize the score rather quickly. Meanwhile, Lucien has enough ammo for the airstrike.
Yep. So maybe the Luftwaffe can help change things on the ground. But he would need to keep MajorKusaetNogi engaged. The problem I keep seeing with this is they drop it and the armor just leaves. You need to snare it or stop it with your own armor.
Yeah. I'm a little bit scared though what Cien realizes. There's no AT gun and double P4 push with planes will kill the 85 in seconds.
Yep, there it goes. Here it
And
comes.
here we go. The might of the Luftwaffe.
Is there any... Katyusha's now in range. This could be it.
85 gets picked off.
Do we have any guards in range? Anyone? No, they're so far south. They're... Still has the pack gun there. The Panzer IV just needs like a good salvo from the guard troops. It's just not
Yeah,
there.
guards get still far off.
Try to pick off the sniper with conscripts. Hold on. They might be able to get the 222 with an AT grenade.
222 really low. 222 will probably go down there.
Nope.
Guards are closing in.
Oh, yes.
New 85 though is not that far off.
Yeah. But I'm not going to call it a victory because, you know, you lost at T-30.
Oh, shotgunning against the Grenadier. Grenadier might go down.
But the Panzer IV's diving.
P4 is going in, blitzing. A little bit too
Button,
late for the smoke fire. The button!
Yeah, I'm not... 222 for a T-30-45 and Katyusha. That's not a bad trade. Ooh. That's the problem, though, with MajorKusaetNogi. He loves being the underdog. Oh, a bit too much.
He makes good plays. He made amazing games earlier. Maybe he's lacking the stamina. I don't know. Playing a best of 5. We are already live for 4 hours.
For 4 hours. But, no, we got
Imagine playing 4 hours of Ho2 competitive, where you have to give 100% each game.
I have to give 4 hours in the future to Armor Company, and I'm not looking forward to that, so I can kind of get it. Oh.
U85 on the field.
Yeah, we'll see how well it does. Needs to gain some veterancy quick. Luckily, he doesn't have to worry about the Air Force. See, I'm nowhere close to calling in the air.
Yeah. think the Katyusha was a mistake. It did literally nothing.
It did some
It
good
wasn't
shotgunning,
nice.
but it didn't kill the targets. That's
The
the problem.
problem is, and that's the thing. I think going Katyusha makes sense, even though it's not really pop cap efficient, but only if the Aussie has really like double AT gun, double MG, and playing in his 2 square meters of his side.
We have forced the enemy down to
All right.
200 points.
But yeah, MajorKusaetNogi needs to kill the Panzers before we get a third Panzer IV, because that will spell doom for the 85. It can hold off 2, it can't hold off 3.
The enemy is taking our territory.
He needs an 8. The problem is like it can happen every time again. Like he lost the first T-34-85.
Hold on. There's a
MG
good
gets picked
kill.
off. That's something he needs.
Yeah, pack guns though pushing back the 85, but hey, maybe kill
Why
the...
is MajorKusaetNogi not stealing it?
Because he's pulling back before the T-34's flank. He needs to pull back his guards.
He gets the MG though. Will he get away though? I'm not sure. I don't think the MG will get him.
Yeah, well, I don't think he can pick it up. Oh, well, no, Pioneers could. Pack him once again, hang the 85.
And here we go. That's
No, conscript's
wasn't
there this
expecting.
time.
there's the P4, which has veteran C2 now. MajorKusaetNogi tries badly to seal the MG.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
Maybe. Really unlikely. Ah, might be. Yeah, he will get away.
Dang, all right, good for him. Problem is the 3 Panzer IV is about to be coming his way.
Ah, the third Panzer IV will hit hard. Low 85 for the world can win against 3 Panzer IVs. He needs this guy, but he doesn't have any manpower.
No. Okay, his infantry can cover. He just needs more munitions. Which... God, the Panzer IV is so aggressive. Come on, 85. Get some good pens in. Or miss. That's fine too.
First warning, Kimbo. Such kinds of jokes are not welcome to my chat.
We have a new Panzer IV.
And
Panzer IV does miss though. The other
map is really red.
right now, there's only one retreat path for that 85. Pack gun's moving on in. It is in range. It does fire. Does miss though. MG suppressing the Grenadiers.
Sniper a little bit out of position.
Can he pick it off? Can he pick off some men retreating? Hold on.
And Sniper at
both!
20 went down.
Holy yeah.
And suddenly,
Wait, unless I'm mistaken, that Panzer IV actually killed his own man.
yeah, it can happen.
He
But
killed
no,
the
before is a good time for going for the chase.
All right, but now, yeah, now you want to pull back because you got the infantry kills. Just live. You need to live. No, pull back the 85. Can you?
Get the AT gun, please.
CN is just needs that. He has to kill the 85 now. If he doesn't and he gets another 85, this could be it.
Yeah, suddenly MajorKusaetNogi has even more nice looking infantry force there, replacing the lost grenadier.
I get all the conscripts are being brought back up. He is literally MajorKusaetNogi is so close, so very close to getting another what's it called? T-34-85.
85.
Yeah.
But is the 85 the right call?
Look, he needs something. Well, and at this point, you need
He
something.
needs VPs.
Yes, he needs VPs, but there's a pack gun and 3 Panzer IVs. It's not exactly a cakewalk. Or is he literally gonna walk? Okay, he's literally walking on up. Never mind.
Yeah, but look at the damage that he gets from the P4s.
He's grabbing the one down south. right now CN doesn't have the infantry to guard all of them, right? So if he just moves up, he'll be able to decap the fuel, grab the VP, and stop it. The Panzer IVs are moving in against that conscript. With the 7-man squads, they'll take more hits.
Next 85 can be in the queue now.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Yeah. Unless he's getting an SU-85 or something, but I think the T-30-45.
T-34-85 is the next thing.
And again, CN is nowhere close to getting an airstrike. So there's no... The only thing he's getting is a command tank, which could provide that...
Oh, Command P4 will be a huge support unit. Keep in mind the Command P4 grants a buff of 10% damage reduction. It's one of the most powerful things in Code 2. So having it will really make the change. All P4s now will need one more shot to go down.
But, yeah.
So... I think you need 4 shots for a normal P4, and with damage reduction you need 5 shots.
It's funny
yes, Kimbo, you will play today. And not Easy will play later.
What's so fascinating right now is the fact that we're literally... Oh, is that Panzer IV diving?
Oh, P4 is coming in.
Oh, dude, that's a bad time. Oh my god, if the 85 would have went south instead of north, I don't know, he could have taken out that Panzer IV.
Second 85 north has good day.
But it went north where the pack was. Wait, why is the pack not shooting him? Oh, the bush.
The bush! The bush! Engineer will maybe go down. Nope.
85 engaging in
and
the south.
all the attack is coming. MajorKusaetNogi tries to make something happen with the remaining 36 VPs.
Dude,
Will he have enough time?
No, that T-30-45 up north is so dead. It is so dead. The one down south
Both
could...
85s are pretty much toast.
Yeah. Pack is not going to be neutralized, but yeah, it's not enough.
85 goes down. 20 VPs remaining. The game will be over before MajorKusaetNogi is able to decap 1 VP.
Is he pushing it with the 85?
Well, he has to do something, right? 9 VPs.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, all right. And yeah, there he goes. Yeah, the Katusha was probably the bad call. We probably need another 85.
Yeah.
He tried. He gave it his best shot. That's the thing.
Yeah. It was a good game. It was a really good game.
Now just imagine if that Puma would have survived in game 2. Just
Yeah.
But alas, still, great game by MajorKusaetNogi. But unfortunately for him, CN is the victor and will carry on.
Move on into the next game against the Fallen God. Now CN has to play again. The rematch against Isildur will come up. So guys, don't run away. We have another best of 5 coming up to see who will play in the grand finals next week against Kimbo. Will Kimbo recover? Will Isildur recover? Or will the Fallen God fall for the first time?
Hey guys, before you go, let me give a special shout out to Aphyria, Folkvard, Joey G240, Balam, Ace, Tony B, Ion, Little Koosh, Samuel McKinney, Seth Coopers, and Jacob Oswald. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support and generosity. If you guys want additional content, check out the links above. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.